Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Welcome to another stream, mate. Liverpool streams usually on a Friday, as you guys know, but yesterday Arsenal played. This whole period is kind of weird with the games and stuff. That's why the timings of the shows are a little bit mixed up. Usually we have like watch-alongs and stuff today, but there is no watch-alongs because there is no games. So we decided to slap up two streams. We moved the Liverpool stream to today. So yeah, big up to all of you guys. Someone was saying earlier, apparently AC Milan want Nunez, Forza Milan. I will buy the shirt if you sell him. I'll say thank you. Anyway, big up to all of you guys. Liverpool Football Club. We're going to be talking about Trent to Real de Madrid. We're going to be talking about the Liverpool win against Leicester City. There is a lot we're going to be talking about. Joining me first and foremost, the most edgy bastard out of anyone in the Liverpool fan base. He said that Nunez's performance was instructional, but he knows how much I love him. That's why he's been the main, consistent figure in these streams. He lost all his New York grit when he moved to LA, but we love him. Mustache Mike is in the building. How you doing, Mike, mate?
I'm amazed and shocked that I'm the first one. I wasn't even expecting that. I was texting on my phone to someone else. But anyway, big up to everybody. Hope you guys all had a great holiday. Happy early New Year to you as well. And yeah, let's chop up all this news or hearsay or rumors or whatever. Who cares? We're top of the league, top of the world.
Big up to you guys. I actually just realized Mike is right. Our next probably Liverpool show is going to be 2025. That's crazy, mate. I'm going to be so cringy at the end of the stream. Go like, see you guys next year. It's so fucking cringy. I remember running these jokes back in high school. It's crazy. Anyway, joining me next on the channel, the English version of myself, the two emotional wrecks on the stream, always together. You get me? I love this guy. I honestly do. You see him in his comment section as well from time to time. Jazza is in the building, man like Jamie. How are you doing, mate?
I'm half drunk, to be honest. But yeah, I'm doing... I'm doing all good. I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good.
Big up to you, Jamie. Big up to you. Joining us next is the calming presence in the stream. You get me? We need them to take us down a little bit when we say we're going to win the quadruple eventually. And he's a Salah fan. You get me? So, man like Giniesta is in the building. Man like G. How you doing, G, mate? You're on mute.
Rookie,
come on, G. You've been doing this a long time.
There you go.
You don't even know what I was saying. I could have been saying, yeah, I'm transferring everyone £1 million to their bank account. Bro, mad. But yeah, no, big up, man. I'm blessed. I'm blessed, man. I'm intrigued to hear what we're about to chat about today. Big up everyone, man. Smash the likes, man. Smash the likes.
Big up, my bro. Big up to you. Joining us next on the channel, Kelleher's biggest fan, Robertson and Nunez hater like myself. Vamos, you get me. I love working with him as well. Kmack is in the building. How are you doing, Kmack, mate?
I'm great. I hope everyone had a good Christmas. I'm drunk on all of our opposition fans' tears.
That's the correct type of drunk right there. You get me? Let's go.
Let's go.
Big up to you, my guy, Kmack. Big up to you. And last but not least... Everyone knows Roms was supposed to be on the stream, right? Roms messaged me. He's like, I can't make the stream. So when I messaged Vel, Vel was like, oh, two Salah haters. We had one gone, one left. I'm like, who's left? He's like, Endz. He is officially known even by the guy that does the graphics as the Salah hater. You can never gonna escape the allegations. Never gonna escape the allegations, but regardless, controversial opinions, you get me? Loud as hell, Mike, but we love him. You get 100% Roms ran away. What do you expect from someone who prefers Hazard over Salah? Of course he's gonna run away, mate. Man like Endz is in the building. Hi, Endz.
Bro, that's crazy. Even the editor thinks I hate Salah, bro. You know what it is? Who cares, man? I'll take the mantelpiece, man. No one wants it, I'll take it.
Hey, you know what they say? No publicity is bad publicity.
Exactly, man. If you think of
actually, this one is bad publicity because like the whole Liverpool fan base love him, and you have like you're a Liverpool fan and stuff, so it might be a bit of bad.
Listen, publicity. I don't hate him, but no matter what I say, no one wants to listen, so it's fine, bro. I'm cool with it. I'm accepting it.
Big up to you, man. Big up, Endz. Listen, all of these guys' channels are in the description. Every single one of them. Mike Das LFC, Jamie Phillips football chats in the description. G's football channel is in the description. He goes live as well for all of you guys as well. You know, who kind of like, because I know obviously I never do like afternoon streams, so you'll see G with a lot of afternoon streams as well. So does Endz have a lot of afternoon streams as well. So make sure you guys go give them a subscription. Go subscribe to Kmack's channel as well. Listen, all of them are in the description. So while you're watching the stream, or when the stream ends, or whenever you want, if you're watching this on the replay, just go down to the subscription. You'll find all of them channels. Just go down, subscribe to every single one of them, and show them the same love that you show me. And don't be like Aaron, cheating on us with Saad. Cheat on us with actual Liverpool fans. You get me? Because we allow it if it's Liverpool fan, you know. Unlike Mr. Aaron, the general, cheating on us with an Arsenal fan, Aaron, eh? That's what we get. That's what I get for calling you the general, you fraud, Aaron. But anyway, like, sub chat, 300 people in the building, 100 likes. Let's get this party started. And before we get to the Trent stuff, let's talk football first. I want to build our way up to the whole Trent to Madrid conversation. So I want to start off with the football, and we're gonna do it like we did last week. We're gonna let one guy start off, and then after that we'll open the floor up. I want to start with the hater first. Hello, Endz. Talk to me about Liverpool Leicester.
Right. Well, we only had the one game, didn't we, man? And that was kind of it. And it felt boring after a while because I was so used to back-to-back games and it was free flowing and flying. But I guess obviously we got a game tomorrow. We dominate the game, bro. There's nothing much I can really say about it. The formation worked, the tactics worked. You know, Arsenal fans moaning about how we take our corners now, even though we're the first ones to kind of run it in pre-season, but they quickly forgot that we were the ones who did it first. Yeah, the boys just it was an easy day, man. It was an easy day. Alisson didn't have nothing to do. I saw there was one moment Robbo just passed it to him, just because he had nothing to kind of do to make sure he's still aware what's going on. Salah had a good game in my opinion. Diaz up front again looked good, man. He looks good across that line again. Cody looked sharp. Sorry, not Diaz. Cody looked sharp, and Nunes looked okay. I know there was a lot of stick in the game for him in terms of he didn't do much, but he was making himself useful, I guess, and it is what it is. Cody looked really good though. Gravenberch was a stroll in the park for him. That's about it. Sobo come on and got himself banned. Was it the right thing to do? Maybe, because we've got Man United. I think we can do without him for West Ham, but we'll need him for the United one. Do
we really need him for Man United? I think we could play a bunch of kids and slap them.
Do you know what it is, man? You'd rather
play the under-21s, man. Rest the first team. We're gonna slap them.
Listen, man, he runs a lot, man, and I don't know if we're gonna need that against West Ham as such. But Man United, regardless, even though we think they're stinky, and they are stinky to be fair, but it's always a game where even if you take your eye off of it, they could, like we've seen when they've been at their worst, we've still gone there. You know, we've still drawn games against them. We've lost against them when they're not at their best. So. It'd be good to have him there, man. It'd be good to have him there. West Ham, I don't think we necessarily need him, but obviously he's going to be a loss for the game. I think Robbo was fine. I know he's been getting a lot of stick and a lot of criticism, but I thought he was good in the game, apart from the one moment. And I blame all four centre-backs all four defenders in that moment. Trent for pushing out too far. I'll add Gravenberch in there, allowing the cross. Gomez not in line. Virgil, I don't know, tussling with the striker for no reason. Robbo getting spun. But if you watch it back, Robbo and Virgil went. Even Virgil went as well with the turn. And that's why there was no one there. And then he came off of Virgil's heel when he went in. Apart from that, though, I think he was just calm and chilled, bro. I don't think none of you guys sat and watched that game and started sweating. I don't think any Liverpool fan. It was just how many goals could we actually get and can we not concede a stupid goal like what we did? That's all it was. And then VAR, man. I don't know what's going on with the man then, but they're trying every way possible to try and stop us from scoring goals now. They
brought him back to the bloody keeper with that goal.
I don't.
I thought they took it back to the previous match.
How can you be so vigorous with an offside, bro? Like they checked one, then they said no, we got to check something else. Then they checked that and it was like, hold on, let's go back to this as well. Let's make sure this is. I'm like, it's not like it's a red card offense where there was a foul off the ball or whatever. You have to recheck it, double check it, sign it off with a couple of people. It was, is he onside? Is he not? Simple as. and let the goal run. But these guys went far back, boy, to try and stop us from getting those goals. So it's a good thing that, you know, that second goal, when we scored it, because I feel like every goal up to that point, they would have found a reason to stop it. And Mo's goal as well, they didn't have no reason. He's onside and he shot. But I promise you, if something else happened in between that, maybe a little off the ball tussle, they would have went, let's pull that back because it was a foul off the ball. I promise you, that's what they were trying to do. So I don't know what's going on with that. But in all, bro, simple, easy game for us. Nothing really to kind of say, man. Everyone had an easy game.
You know,
I don't know.
Endz, well, before the other guys go, I don't want to step in here. I don't want to fight. I swear I don't want to. I'm so peaceful today. I feel really happy. We're going towards a new year. But at some point, you want to know what's so like, this is what's crazy about Endz. 80% of what he says, objective facts, reality. Like he just says the truth. Until it comes to 3 people in this team, he has never been honest about. Andy Robertson, Darwin Núñez, and Mo. Those are the 3 ones that everything you say about them is good. You just said Darwin Núñez had a good game. I want to jump off my room right now. I want to open this window and jump off and fly away on my magical carpet and just disappear from this planet.
Listen,
Number 1. Andy Robertson had 1 out of 12 successful crosses. He could have crossed the ball 100 times and only 8 of them would have hit a Liverpool player.
Trent was also just
Only
as
8 of them.
No, but listen.
You're stealing my thunder now.
You want to know the difference? I'll tell you right now. Trent was shit. No problem. He's my favorite.
Okay, but Sam, I think once you come into
why
the
don't you guys do the same thing for Robertson? I don't get it.
I do it for everyone. We do it for everyone.
One second, Mike. If you come into the stream, right, with an agenda on the play you dislike, then there's nothing I'm going to say. I'm just telling you the facts. That is the facts. If you come into the stream, if you're going to tell me the reason why he was not good, it was because he completed less crosses, I've given up and I might as well just stay on mute. Because the rest of the game, apart from that moment, which I told you, a lot of things happened in that moment, and I know it because everyone wants to pile onto Robbo, which is fine. Do what you want. You watch the game in a different way. But I saw my right back run out of position and mistime his tackle. I saw Gravenberch cover him, and
I just said Trent was shit.
No, that's fine, but I'm telling you, all of the things leading up to that one moment, that was an issue, bro. And then we're only going to blame one guy because...
I'll tell you the players I think was bad. I think Robertson was bad. I think Trent was bad. I think Núñez was bad. And that's it. Everyone else, I like their performance. Literally everyone.
All right, but I mean, listen, there was more people to. After that, the Robbo was good. Nelly scored. I guess no one's gonna want to mention that.
It would have been an unbelievable header, that, by the way.
And the rest of the game, he did his job defensively, and he got up and down the line, offered up an overlap whenever he needed to, offered up an underlap when he needed to, and he was fine on the ball. Kept it ticking, kept it moving. Yes, the crosses he put in, but at the same time, you do need good movement in there from all of our attackers when the ball's going in there. And do remember when the ball got set back, he played one over to who? Soboslai, which got knocked down to who? McAllister, which scored the goal. So I don't know where the piling on's going to come from, bro. He tried to redeem himself. If you're going to blame him for that goal, that's fine. He got turned. But also, when you guys want to watch it back, the captain was missing as well. So it's not like he was the only one in there. Both of them went to whatever realm they decided to where they wanted to go.
Can I give you
we'll expand on this in a bit anyway, so let the guys talk.
Can I give you a wild stat, which is a bit weird, but this has happened to Liverpool before under previous managers. The last 11 shots on Liverpool's goal, 7 goals have gone in. Like that is just how it is at the moment. And they're all weird deflections.
Kmack, can you say the stat again, please? What's the stat? Say that again.
The last 11 shots at Liverpool's goal, 7 goals have gone in.
That's mad.
Like at the goal. And they're just weird deflections. And, do you remember we had that season where every single shot seemed to go in? And we gave away virtually nothing in games. It's the same this season. We're giving away hardly anything in games, but the goals are just going in. But it doesn't matter, because we're still in control and we're still dominating games and we're still scoring. But it's going to stop soon. It's going to start drying up because Mo Salah is on some kind of crazy XG against his goals, where he's scoring 50% more of his chances that he should be scoring. So eventually it's going to dry up. So we're coming to a moment where we're getting Konate back. And to be honest, if you look at some of those goals that we've conceded, I just don't think even if Konate's there, it's going to make any difference whether the goal goes in or not. But it might make a difference in the phase of play. Like they might not get the ball down the right-hand side because Konate's there to stop that before it even happens. Or the fact that him and Virgil are just so dominant as a pair that it might make the attacker go the opposite way or pass it instead. I don't know. I don't know how that's going to work out. However, we're getting the guy back at the right time. And we're also getting Bradley back as well, which means we can start maybe giving Trent a rest. Because I also feel that recently, it could be the injury, coming back from the injury, that stopped him from doing as many sprints. Because if you look at his numbers recently, he's not sprinting as much. He's not doing as much track and back like he did at the start of the season, where his defensive stats were better.
Who's this?
So it could be a number
Trent.
of things, Trent. So it could be a number of
That's
things.
excuses, bro, man. Run back.
But we are still,
Your excuses, bro. Run
we are
back.
still in control, and we are still winning games.
That's where I have to push back on you,
Is what we
Kmack.
need to keep on doing.
Okay, before I say this, I feel the need to say we are the best team in the league and the best team in the world. So don't go around, crying that the world is on fire because someone throws some criticism in there. But I don't think that dominate is the right adjective or verb for this game. I really don't see that. I thought that in the first half, Leicester defended exceptionally. I went on the halftime show. I didn't think that they would be able to do that for 90 minutes. I don't think that that's possible. When you're under that much pressure, you cannot defend that brilliantly for 90 minutes. And if you do, kudos to you, fair play. You deserve the point or the 3 points, whatever it's going to be. But to me, the issue that I had, which Arne Slot rectified in the second half, thought that we were quick. We were quick with the crosses. And then, of course, in the second half, when we start playing 1-2s, we end up scoring 2 goals. I mean, the whole build-up to Curtis Jones's goal was unbelievable. And I was just sitting there thinking, where was this in the first half? Why did we resort to first-time crosses all half? Maybe it's some genius play that I'm just not aware of. But the biggest issue to me in the first half...
We did the same against Tottenham, and it worked.
Yeah, which is fine. But
I think you're being toxic, Mike.
No, the biggest issue to me in the first half was that the lack of quality in Leicester's final third is the only thing that kept that 1-0 up until the 45th minute. Because there were 2 specific chances in which they had us on the break, and teams have been doing that ever since Konate has gone out. All of a sudden, on counterattacks, we're getting outnumbered. This seemed to be the trend was before Konate went down, we were never outnumbered. And now for some reason or another, I'm not even blaming the missing of Konate, but for some reason in these last 5-6 games, when we get hit on the counter, we get outnumbered. I did not see that once the first 15 to 18 games of this entire season. The issue that I have is that, yes, on one hand, we won 3-1, and not every team has amazing quality, but you can still look at those patterns and say, if that happened against a different team, we would have a much different issue, right? I forget his name. What was it? Daka? Whatever the striker.
The
was
guy
for
that missed the
Leicester?
chance. Yeah, Daka was the guy.
Well, no. So he had the one where he fluffed it, right? Like where it went over his foot. But there was a ball before that where I forget who's playing on the left wing, plays it in between both center backs, and he just completely fluffs his lines, misses his touch. If he just a simple fundamental touch, and he's got a one-on-one with Allison, and all of a sudden that could be 2-0, right? So to me, offensively, second half, unbelievable. Once Leicester lost their legs, it was like, okay, these guys are not threatening at all. But in the first half, the lack of quality for Leicester showed, but the issue that I have was that we were giving them these easy counters. We were giving them these opportunities. And ultimately, that's what I want to see. I want to see our defense be better because I know that we can score more goals than anyone else on the planet. We've done it before. We've come in second and scored just as many goals as Manchester City. But to me, the defensive issues that I've been seeing over the last 5-6 weeks without Konate have been consistent.
Mike, just to clarify, are you saying we didn't dominate or we did?
No, I'm saying that I don't think that dominate is the right word because to me, domination would be what Arsenal did in that first half, where they have 300 passes and Ipswich Town has 11, right? That's domination. The other team is not touching the ball. They have no opportunities. They have no counterattacks. They have no odd man rushes, but that's just the way I look at the game, right? Domination is you have not a single possibility of scoring a goal. Whereas Leicester had 3 or 4 chances in that first half where with a little bit of a better
didn't have
touch.
3 or 4, Mike, bro. Leicester
That was
had
the whole game, by the way.
Leicester had the best chances in that game.
Leicester had one cross in the game in that first half. Well, in the first half, the goal that they scored when we had 7 players and they had 3. So I disagree with the whole outnumbering us. The second chance you're talking about when they crossed it across the dock, it was 2v2. Gomez was chasing and Virgil allowed him to run off his shoulders, caught up, and then obviously got tight to him. So in that scenario, it's still 3v2 because we have our goalkeeper as well. But he miskicked it or whatever happened to him, mistimed it, might be slightly behind him. And the other chance you're talking about by touch, he didn't get on the touch. He ran too late. But Alisson smothered it really quickly, got out off his line and come and smothered it. Apart from that, what other chances did they have? The reason
I asked Mike that question is I do believe we dominated them. I actually believe that. I really think we did dominate them.
Their first ball into our half they scored with. Did you know that?
Yeah, but that's not, you said outnumbered, so let's stick to the
3 in the whole first half.
Just
7 players more, and they had 3, so that's not numbering us.
Okay, but that's looking at one specific situation. If you look throughout the 90 minutes, but what I'm saying is, if you look throughout the 90 minutes of the last 6 games compared to the 90 minutes of the previous,
well, Mike, that's also what I'm saying. Like the last 11 shots, 7 goals. Like it's very few and far.
But it
between,
doesn't even have to lead. It doesn't have to lead to a shot. That's the thing. Like, I'm not saying that we could have lost that game. I'm not saying that. Like, at no point did I think we were going to lose or that we were going to draw. But it still doesn't mean that I simply need to ignore what I'm looking at. And like, just because we won 3-1 doesn't mean I should look at that game, look at scenarios, draw conclusions that are similar to previous games, and say that's an issue. That was not an issue before, and now that is an issue now because I'm seeing it more and more.
I'm not going to disagree with the other games, Mike, but I'm talking about this game in particular. What you said is incorrect, bro, because you just said that we were outnumbered, and I just told you, go and watch the goals back. The first goal they scored, we had way more players than they did, so we didn't get outnumbered. The second one you're talking about, yes, it's a 2v2, 2 defenders versus 1 winger versus Gomez tracking back, Virgil versus Doku in the middle, plus we have our goalkeeper.
But those were the only ones
from that situation. Okay, cool, but we still have more numbers in that position.
And also statistically,
those are the only ones that ended with shots, though. Like, that's the thing. We're only talking about ones that ended. You're talking about the scenarios that ended with an attempt.
Only one of them ended with a shot. The 3 scenarios you just spoke about, only one ended with a shot.
Like, they had an XG of less than 0. What was it? 0.5.
Bro, they had 1 shot on target. We did. Okay, these are the. Let me just say the game stats. 4 shots for Leicester, 19 for us. 7 shots on target for us, 1 for them. 70% possession to 30. We had 14 corners. They had 1 corner.
That's total domination, Mike.
It's domination.
I agree with you. In previous games, we have agreed.
I see it differently. I define domination differently. That's all. It's just a simple disagreement.
You know the Arsenal thing you were talking about against Ipswich. If you listen to all the Arsenal fans on AFTV, they wish they played like Liverpool did against Leicester.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
So like domination is looked at 2 different things. Now, I'm going to be fair here. I don't give a fucking shit. We're top of the league and we'll keep getting points. So I don't get. Look, will things dip? I think this year is completely different to any other year in Premier League history in the last 8 or 9 years because no one's chasing Man City. Because no one's chasing Man City this year, it's a completely different year. Chelsea are a very, very young team. We've already seen it. We've already seen it this season. They go have peaks and troughs as the season goes on, continuously. They go have peaks and troughs, So I don't think they go win the title. Arsenal, for some whatever reason it is, Arsenal are not quite. They don't seem to be the level they were the previous 2 years. Can they get to there? I don't know. They're looking about bringing back Fabio Vieira from Porto. On bringing him back off his loan for some reason, that's the answer. I'm not sure what's going on with Arsenal, but at this moment in time, Liverpool are in the driving seat. They're picking up points, even when they're dropping points. Rivals are dropping points. Like when we drew against Leicester, and who is it else we drew against? Leicester? Fulham and Newcastle. When we drew against Fulham and Newcastle, I'd be like, "That's it, it's done," because You can't afford 2 draws in a row when you're chasing Man City, yeah? But they're not here this year. They're not here this year. It's Liverpool, Arsenal, Chelsea. I don't think Chelsea go quite make it because of the youngsters in their squad and they go peaks and troughs. Arsenal, I'm not too sure about. All Liverpool got to do is just picking up points. But our performance is perfect at the moment. No, I don't actually think we've been playing well in recent games, to be absolutely fair. I don't think we've been playing well since the international break in November, but we're picking up points and we keep going. Slaughter said it himself. He's not completely happy with certain things of our game and he wants that to improve. And I think in the new year, the team will keep improving. Conor Bradley and Kmack are meant to be back for the Man United game. If that's true, we've got 0 injuries for the first time going into January for a long time. You know, the squad is good. You saw the bench against Leicester. That's a heck of a bench. You know, the squad is extremely good. And yeah, we just got to keep doing what we're doing and picking up points and picking up points and picking up points. I don't think performances have to be perfect this season because we're not chasing Manchester City. Arsenal and Chelsea are going to drop points. Liverpool are still going to drop points this season. But it's not going to be the end of the world because we're not chasing Man City, which is why we're going to win the Premier League title. Simple as that.
And there's another caveat to put into that, by the way. And you can speak in a minute, G. Sorry, mate. There's another caveat to put into that. We haven't really played any of the bottom 10 teams. Like Leicester's really one of the teams that we played. There's so many teams below us, like way below us, that we haven't even played yet. So, you know, under slot, like the low block isn't looking like it's an issue anymore. Long may it continue. Like the first time we've had a fit squad in January, that's crazy. That's the reason why we got this guy in, because he's great with players and their loads and not getting injured. And like, what was it last season? We had like 9 injuries or something, didn't we? Like like 9 first team players out in January. Like it's just brilliant to see. Sorry, go on.
No, all I was gonna say was it was to what Mike was saying. I feel like I felt like everyone was almost missing the point of what he's trying to say. He's not saying, remember, like for a team to look dangerous, it doesn't always have to lead to a shot. That doesn't mean the team is always being dangerous just because they had a shot. That's got nothing really to do with it. Sometimes it could just be in passages of play. It can just be in, you know, just certain things happening in the game. You know, maybe I didn't watch the game in it, but it could just mean, I don't know, they've opened up they've opened us up in a certain type of way. They're overloading us in, I don't know, the right back position, whatever. Like, but that's happened for me all season. Like, it's just always happened. Like, we just play in that kind of way where it just always feels like yes, it might not always lead to a shot, and yes, the XG or the goals we can see, we don't concede that many, or whatever the case may be. But you are seeing now in the last 5-6 games or whatever it is, that just a little bit, all it takes is just a little bit. And the way we've been playing normally, we haven't changed the way that we played. But if you see the way we continue to play the same way, now we can see the more goals. 3 against Newcastle, 2 against Southampton, 2 against Southampton previous before that. He conceded again against Leicester City, concede again, like constantly conceding goals. Yes, we're winning games and that's fine. Like, no one's complaining. Of course, we're top of the league, as everyone said, and rightly so. We are the most consistent team, but there is certain moments that I'm looking at, and I'm not even particularly to this game because I didn't see it, but to the games in general, where you do look at it and you think to yourself, boy, clearly it's sustainable because we're doing it. So I can't complain as, it's not sustainable because we're actually doing it, whether or not, you know what I mean, that's something that can continue. Obviously, we'll just have to wait and see. What Jamie said is right. We're not chasing City. For me, this season, the league isn't really that strong. Like, it's not going to take much really to win this league, if I'm being 100% honest. Like, it clearly it's being shown just from what we're watching at this moment in time. We're not even playing that great, and somehow we're 7 or however many points, ahead in the thing. Which, by the way, no problem. You take the trophy. I don't really care. You just want to get that Premier League trophy, but the evidence is there to to suggest that, and other teams that who wouldn't usually be dropping points are now dropping points. Nottingham Forest are doing well. Like, weird stuff is happening this season. You know what I mean? That probably wouldn't happen in most other seasons. So just keep on winning the games. Whether they're dominant or not, I guess it doesn't really matter. I don't think we have to be that dominant to win these games. I just think we're good enough. We've got players. Just win the game. We'll move on, man. That's about it. But that was just more to Mike's point.
Can I just say one thing? I understand where you both are coming from. First of all, big up to everyone in the chat as well. Big up to everyone who's joining us from Mo's channel. We got over 600 people in here. Let's get the likes up, you frauds. Get the likes up right now. On your way and like the video. Look, here's the thing. I understand where Mike is coming from. That's why, you know, I didn't like interrupt him or anything. I let him land this point. I'm just saying the one thing that I understand is the fact that I want us to go back to keeping clean sheets. Like, I want us to go back to not conceding goals. That's the part I completely agree with. But at the same time, I do acknowledge, yes, it was a dominant performance. Like I'm on. You can say I'm sitting on the fence, and that's fine. For once, I'm sitting on the fence on a topic. But I feel like, look, I agree. We need to start keeping clean sheets again. I'm completely with that because defense wins you titles. We said that at the start of the season, so we can't change our energy now. 100% defense wins you titles. But at the same time, I'm saying, look, yes, we should have kept a clean sheet. Yes, we should stop conceding silly, stupid goals like we do every now and then. Like even the Spurs game, the same thing. But we were dominant because for me, we absolutely peppered the Leicester goal. We destroyed them. We tore them apart. And we could have genuinely scored about 6-7 goals. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, I will drop the dominant word. I will let you keep it. I'm not going to die on that hill. But the other point to more along go with what G is saying, because it does exemplify what I was trying to convey. But I'm just thinking, like, off the top of my head, right? If you look at that Leicester game, all of their dangerous positions came from the right side of the pitch, right? We all acknowledge that is an Achilles heel of ours for the last seasons, right? First part of this season with Konate, all of a sudden that was gone. Everyone's like, Trent's defending well, right side isn't dangerous, blah blah blah, blah blah blah. Konate goes down. Since then, look at just again, I'm going off the top of my head. Against Southampton, the goal came from the right side, right? It was literally a back pass from the right. Against Newcastle, 2 of those goals came from the right side. Against Fulham, the first goal comes from the right side. Against Leicester, where does their goal come from? The right side. Also, Fulham's second goal, shockingly enough, comes from the right side. So since Konate has gone down, all of these goals are being conceded from the right. And even before Konate went down, Callum Hudson-Odoi, our only defeat this season, where does it come from? The right side. Now, obviously, Trent wasn't playing that game, but it doesn't change the fact that teams are targeting us there. Since Konate has gone down, teams have done it even more, right? Maybe that's the reason why. Maybe the simple solution is once Konate comes back, all of a sudden these issues go away. But the big thing for me is that regardless of whether or not it leads to a goal, we are getting exposed down that side constantly, game in, game out. Whether it's just them carrying it to the byline, I don't care, because all it takes is one pass into the box, one silly deflection, and someone has an opportunity. All it takes is for Jordan Ayew to turn Andy Robertson and clip Virgil van Dijk's toe, and all of a sudden it goes in the net. So to me, it's not always about what does it lead to in terms of this led to a goal-scoring opportunity. To me, it's just you have the opportunity to get into a dangerous position, and then from that point, this is the Premier League. Anything can happen. We've scored weird goals this season. We literally beat Southampton with a deflection. Teams can beat us the same exact way. We can drop points, and those can cost us. And
but Mike, here's the thing. Just quickly on that point, we have been lucky in some games. Yes, I would shake your hand right now. However, every single league winner over the last 500 years 100%. Has gotten some form of luck at some point. How many times have you both watched City games and went like, "You lucky bastards"? How did you manage?
Again, this isn't like what I said before. Don't take what I'm saying as the world is on fire. That's why I started this with we are the best team in the world.
Yeah, of course.
We are the best team in England. But to me, it's just a consistent thing that I'm seeing. And the effort from Trent that was there before is no longer there. Maybe it's Konate. I don't know what the solution is. If I did, I'd probably work for Liverpool and I'd make £5 million a year, but I don't. All I'm doing is saying, this is what I'm seeing week in, week out. And I don't like it. I don't like consistently being attacked the same way week in, week out, and then conceding goals week in, week out from that same side.
Okay,
so
just
look at it like this.
I want to move on from this. I want to move on from this whole dominance topic, like / defending and stuff. 2 players we must give praise to. Not Nunes, like Endz said. Gakpo and Salah. What do you guys make of those two specific guys? I feel like they deserve a lot of praise from the game. And if you guys think there's a player that you want to include in the praise, go for it. What do you guys make of it?
What I like about Cody is that I'll give two people's praise for Cody, actually. Slot profiling Cody correctly and making him a left winger, for me, has improved his game. I think it's improved his game. I actually believe right now, and I've said this for 2 years, Cody Gakpo is a better left winger for Liverpool than Luis Diaz is. Luis Diaz is better as a number 9, in my opinion, in that false 9 area. He's very good in the air, Luis Diaz. People don't give him credit for that. He's actually good in the air. And he has got a good finish.
You're the only one on Liverpool YouTube who factually can say you said this from a long time ago about the Diaz up top. You're the only one that said this.
And Cody, look, Diaz is a better footballer than Cody Gakpo, in my opinion. But Cody is more effective, if that makes sense, on that left-hand side. Yeah. I think he's got 8 goals in 13 matches. Something crazy like that as a left winger. He's got a good shot on him. He's got a powerful shot. He cuts inside. I like the fact that he does cross the ball off the left-hand side as well. I know it don't always meet his man, but he put a lovely ball in. I think it was at the first couple of minutes in that game against Leicester when Salah was far post. He had a good effort that was saved by the goalkeeper. That was 2 minutes in. You know, Cody, and there's another thing people don't talk about with Cody. When he gets in a sprint, it's very hard to stop him. You have to foul him, basically, to stop Cody when he gets in a sprint. He doesn't look quick, because he's got them long legs. He's got that long stride pattern, ain't he? And once he gets going, he shifts people off him, you know, and you have to bring him down. Yeah, I think Cody's been extremely good this season. I don't think he's been like, there's some games that he ghosts. I'm not going to pretend he don't. He can ghost a game and score in the game still. That's why I can't remember every Cody goal this season, but I know he's got goals. It's a mad thing with Cody, but he's effective for us on that left-hand side. He really is. I do believe right now our best front three is Diaz in the 9, Gakpo on the left, Salah on the right, because there's lovely fluency between the 3 of them. But yeah, Cody deserves all the praise, man. I thought he was playing really well. He started to feel himself. See that back heel flick in the middle of, you know, when he was the build-up bit, when he had that back heel flick and he started to run off and stuff like that. Feeling himself, man. Yeah, praise for Cody, because, you know, not a lot of Liverpool fans rate him, but I think, you know, if you do play Diaz off the left and you got Gakpo off the left, I don't think there's many Premier League teams that have got a better left-hand side than Liverpool.
Look, chat, tell us your strongest front 3 as well. Get involved in the chat. Just tell us, no paragraphs, just write 3 names, please. Go ahead, Mike. What do you want to say?
Did you say, who was the second name? Did you say McAllister? Did you say Cody Gakpo and McAllister?
Yeah, I said personally for me, Cody and McAllister. If there's someone else you want to mention, go for it.
No, I was just making sure because I thought that McAllister was our best player.
Yeah, McAllister was
really that's why I mentioned those 2 names. Yeah. That's why I said Cody.
Look with Cody, and this is a real detriment to the coach as well. Slot is when he came in, he literally said, I want to see Cody do what he did to me when he was in the Dutch league, because Cody played for PSV and absolutely annihilated his teams on numerous times. So he wanted to see what Cody could do, and the first thing he did was he just said, "You're getting played nowhere else but the left wing, and that's what you're going to do." And I really feel that him and Salah could really build a great relationship, because Salah's now got this type of play where he's a more creative person, so he can create for Cody, and he's already done that with, like, I think he's already got 9 assists for Cody already in the last 2 years, which is unbelievable. He did 14 for Mane his entire time he was there. Like, so to have a relationship like that already, and that whipped ball that Cody puts in, Salah's always waiting there now. Like, Salah goes there instinctively, game after game, and he's going to get more goals in that position soon, because he keeps on nipping in at the back post. And McAllister, I mean, the best thing Slot could have done with McAllister was just told him to not play as a defensive-minded player, because that's where he gets injured. That's where he goes in for those 50-50s. And I hate it when people go in for 50-50s with Mac, because he's always on the floor afterwards. And you see less of that now. You see less of him getting involved in all of that, and he's starting to be more creative. He picked up 2
yellows though. Just against Leicester. I think he had like 5 or 7 fouls.
There's so many yellows that he gets that I just don't think are yellows. Like I feel this season we've been really harshly fouled against by referees. Like how on earth did we foul 17 times in that Leicester game and they fouled 3? Like, make that make any sense? Like, it's just not a game like that. So I don't know. I feel like we've been really harshly fouled against by the referees this season, but not to an extent where they're like giving out red cards and disallowing goals and stuff like that. Like, but McAllister's just being used more advanced as like an 8 who can then move forward more, and I just think he's going to get more goals and more assists. And you have to look at.
I think out of all midfielders, he's probably the one that's best in the final third pass.
Yeah,
like the final pass, because Gravenberg obviously has a lot more qualities maybe than McAllister in certain aspects. But if you're telling me, let's say someone's in that specifically in the final third, and I've got to rely on one midfielder to make a pass out the team, I would say McAllister personally.
But he can do a bit of everything, can't he? And,
he's complete. He's a complete midfielder for me.
Complete midfielder. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll let someone else talk.
Nah, because I might take up G's role today, man. I have to bring you guys back down to earth. Because a lot of you guys need to stop lying, man. You guys were calling for Cody not to play on the left wing last season and the season before that.
You're always called for him to play on the left wing, mate. Always called.
Nah. I've done
always called. I even called him a bagsman.
You guys said you wanted him out the and when I kept telling everyone, play him on the left wing. That's where he naturally plays. Everyone's like, he's better in the false 9. Klopp has a good, he's got a good little idea here with him in the false 9. When I said Diaz could play across the front 3, I openly was on panels with all of you, and he said, he can't do that. He's better on the left as a left winger. I'm going to have to do a G today, man. Bring you guys back down to earth, man. Come on, man. Let's not do this, guys. Let's not do this.
I've always said he's a left winger.
I think your point. I think your point is null and void anyway because we changed managers.
All right, cool. No worries.
If we had Klopp, then you'd have a point.
Null and void, Sam, when you said he can't play in that position, and now you're saying, he's good. He's actually, he's good, on the left wing. That's
who are you talking about?
I just mentioned everyone on the panel, apart from yourself, because I haven't done.
No. I'm saying which player, not who.
On Cody.
Panel. No, I've never been a Cody hater really. Diaz and Nunes were the ones that I disliked in the summer, and I wanted them gone.
I don't think that any.
I was never. You can ask the people in the chat. The ones that I pressed on heavy. You can even ask Mike. Was Diaz and Nunes, not Gakpo. But I've always been a fan of Gakpo. But the way that the team changed now, look, Slot wants his 9 to drop deep and collect the ball.
Yeah.
Like if Nunes obviously can't do that. Jota's made from candy floss. And, you've got Diaz who can drop deep and collect the ball. And if he continues to be clinical, then 100% I'd go for Diaz down the middle. And I agree with what Jamie said. Look, with new evidence comes new information. We didn't see Diaz in the 9 under Klopp. So this is something completely new. Maybe someone like Jamie said we should play him there, but I never saw it. But now that I'm seeing him there, I'm like, okay, that's good. But I was never really like a Gakpo hater or anything here. Like the chat is literally vouching for me because they remember. I'm more anti-Diaz and Nunez. That's why I had to apologize to Colombia. But hell will freeze before I apologize to Uruguay. So.
The only I think that people who were hating on Cody Gakpo, right? The prerequisite to hating on him was the fact that he was playing in midfield, right? That's the biggest issue that I had with Cody Gakpo under Klopp, is that we would be taking a left winger and putting him in midfield and saying, go do your job. That's the issue that I had. So if I ever spoke ill of Cody Gakpo, it's coming from the perspective of he's never going to play on the left wing for us. And even when Darwin Núñez would come in, Darwin would go on the left, and then Cody would be in the 9. But when Cody was in the 9,
I heard you man say Darwin's a better left winger, so I don't even understand what's going on now.
No. Well,
okay, all of a sudden, Darwin.
I wanted Núñez gone. I didn't want him anywhere near the team. Not wing, not striker, not DM.
Maybe out of emotion after a game against Burnley.
He's like the champ, don't forget, man.
Some people may have said that. I'm not very reactionary. I'm an emotional person. I come from the East Coast. Okay, we speak emotionally, and then we come back, and then we reset. And then
that's why the emotional guys are on the top row together.
So to me, I think that when Cody was getting all of his criticism it was because Cody was never playing on the left wing. And now that Cody is getting a consistent run, which honestly probably isn't even that consistent, because arguably he's had more output than Luis Diaz, and yet for some reason they're going back and forth. It's today Cody, tomorrow Luis. Today Cody, tomorrow Luis. But because he's only playing there now, we're getting the best out of him. And I think that anyone would have said that. I mean, if you look at him in the World Cup, where did he play? Right? Like his biggest moments, his biggest stages, even against Manchester United, where did he play? He played on the left wing in that game. How did he score that goal? He cut inside, boom, across net. So, you know, any of the criticisms that came to him just came down to the fact that he wasn't being put in that position consistently. And then therefore you're going to have emotional reactions and you're not going to be able to have a balanced opinion because his position changes every single week. Whereas now, his position doesn't change.
We literally changed the whole manager. What is this? What is like? I don't get it. Endz, this is such a weak thing to say because we literally changed the whole last manager. We're gonna get new opinion.
That's irrelevant, bro. That's
okay. I'll use your favorite player. Genuinely. I'll use your favorite player.
When you're ready, I'll speak. Go on.
Okay, I'll give you one example, and then after that, I'll mute my mic. Darwin Núñez. Everyone here knows I'm his biggest hater in the whole universe.
Yeah, you love him.
Let's say the season starts. No, but I'm going to give you a genuine example. Let's say the season starts. It's December. He's on 20 goals. Do you expect me to have the same opinion I had of him the last 2 years? Of course not.
No, that's not what I'm getting at. That's what I'm saying. Listening is key here. I'm not saying you can't change your opinion. Of course, with new information, obviously you can change your opinion. That's fine. What I'm saying is there was a point in time when you didn't even want the player. And when I was telling people, no, play him on the left-hand side, that's where he's better. You guys said, no, he's a better through the... And I remember bringing up the point as you're basing this off of the 3 games he played in the World Cup or Euros when it was. You based that off of it. And I said, no, he's a better left winger. No, we need him in the false 9.
Are you talking about Gakpo again?
Gakpo I'm talking about.
I just told you we never cooked Gakpo too tough anyway. I was never anti-Gakpo to begin with. Where is this narrative coming from?
See, that's where you need to mute talking to the rest of the guys. Did I not omit you from the conversation?
Yeah, he said that he never shared a panel with you.
Me from the conversation as well, because I
also don't know. I don't know where this smoke is coming from.
I saw you guys say the moment when Klopp played Núñez on the left wing, guys would say, "Nah, Núñez has to play in the left wing. He's a better left winger than Gakpo and Diaz."
How many times
That's
have
what I heard you guys say.
How
are you going to tell me otherwise?
How many times have I called Gakpo a bagsman and been absolutely ridiculed?
You have. Look, I think.
All right, man. Look,
last season, Cody was playing everywhere.
Never got a chance on the left.
I suppose myself, I just trusted the manager and what he was doing. But when I look at it now this season, Slot's definitely profiled him better because he is better as a left winger. There is no doubt about that. And he's not playing in any other position. So for that reason, you've got to give Slot a lot of credit. You know, you got Diaz there, who's a better footballer than Cody Gakpo. I don't think any of us can probably go disagree with that. But what Cody gives you at the other end of the pitch is probably more end product as a left winger right now than Diaz is. I mean, majority of Diaz's goals have come when he's played through the 9. You know, his hat-trick in the Champions League when he was playing false 9, just to put out there. So, you know, yeah. Did I probably say it last season? I probably did. You know, if I did, I did. But, you know, this year, you can tell he's been profiled properly. Because he's been profiled properly, he's playing better than I think he has done any time since we bought him, personally. Because he's playing in the position that he should play in. So, yeah, it's big up to Cody. The work ethics there, you can see it. He's got goals in his game. And, you know, big up the Slot for profiling him correctly and playing in the position he should play.
He's also scored important equalising goals in a couple of games now. Like, they are important goals. Like, they're not like flat track bully goals. Sorry.
Okay. Let me just do these super chats before we move on to the Trent topic, which a lot of the rivals are here for, which we will be talking about.
He's the best left winger in the league, by the way. But go on.
Yeah, at least he's vouching for you. Let it go.
Yeah, I know he's vouching for me.
He's vouching for you. Sometimes let shit go, Kmack.
I know. Yeah, sorry.
Anyway, listen, big up to all of you guys locked in. Guys, we can't criticize Núñez and then you have his same conversion rate. We got 800 people watching us. Let's get to 300 likes at least, 350 likes. And remember to go subscribe to everyone on the panel as well. So please hit the like button right now. Subscribe to the channel. Keep getting involved in the conversation because we have the Trent conversation coming up. So just close your live chat, like the video, and continue to enjoy the video. Big up my guy Singh G, who says, Habibi, big up the panel. Love listening to Bottom Middle. That's Kmack. Kmack has a channel, Kmack's footballing channel is in the description. Go give him a subscribe. See, you're getting praise. Can you let it go as well? Are you gonna, yeah, appreciate it. Big up to you, my guy. Big up to you, Singh.
I'm on mute.
Big up. Ed, I'm going to keep your super chat till the end because it's going to segue us to the topic. Trent goes to Real Madrid. In 2 seasons, he returns to Newcastle. I don't think that's the case. I think they're building the Galacticos, but we're going to unpack it in a second.
It
So.
turns to Newcastle. Is the
Yeah, not Newcastle. That's the Trippier one. That's the
Boy,
Atletico
this
thing,
Trent
not
conversation
Newcastle.
is so exhausting.
Do you
man.
want to know what's wild?
December 28th.
I played Football Manager recently, and he did.
Newcastle.
Guys, you'll never guess who just messaged me. Tom Little. He says, if you're doing a Trent conversation about the Madrid news, I can hop on.
Yeah, hop
Should we
on.
bring Tom on? Or will it
Yeah.
like...
No. Bring him
What
on.
is the
'Cause
news? There is no news.
I'll tell you,
You can also
we
talk
need
about
another
Cody
scatter.
Gakpo, by the way. So Tom knows a lot about him as well. So.
Yeah, bring
bring-
Tom in. But like, can we stop calling it Trent News? It was just
Okay,
another
put
Twitter
one in the
account.
chat if you want me to bring Tom on. Put just the number one because he's a stripper. So put one in the chat if you want to bring him on.
What did you just call him?
Put one in the chat.
Oh, if he's a stripper, bring him up in even more. Get the women votes going up.
You're not gonna do that video before as well. You get him on.
Of course I will. Of course I will. Imagine a world where Gerard is our manager and is doing what Slot is doing right now. Wet dream. Oh, if Gerard was doing this right now and we were top of the league, bro. Oh my day. No one like my love for Stevie is next level love. Like there is just I love that guy, honestly. That's why whenever I go on every match reaction and Terry's like, who's your greatest ever Liverpool? Bro, Gerard is the reason why we have a global fan base.
He's the second.
There is a hotel in Indonesia called the Steven Gerrard Hotel. And you want to bring me the Ginger Jorginho to compare to him because he got league title. I'll slap the shit out of you bring up the Ginger Jorginho ever again. Respect Steven Gerrard, mate. He was in the world level 3 times with Xavi and Iniesta. That's my midfielder right there. Okay, there's a lot of ones in the chat. I'm going to do you a deal. I'm only going to bring Tom Little on if we get 300 likes. Because we're currently at 240. So we're 60 likes away. Get me to 300 likes. I'll send them the link right now.
Well, caveats here.
Yeah, see? There is caveats. Hell yeah, there is caveats. You get me? Because these frauds ain't going to do me dirty with the like button. So 300 likes, I bring him on. There you go. There you are. Big up to my guy, James, who's an Everton fan. This is the greatness of YouTube. We have an American Everton fan watching us. Okay, you know this is biased, but you have figured out how to handle physicality this season. I still remember... Everton bullying your mob at Goodison. Legit question, no troll. Legit answer. We've been out physicaled once, in my opinion, this whole season. Newcastle. No, physically, just purely physically. Newcastle physically hammered us, in my opinion. Like that's the one game where I think we physically got destroyed. That's my thing with that game. Now, here's the difference between your midfield and the Newcastle midfield. Your midfield is a bit older and has way less athleticism. Like Joe Linton, Bruno Guimaraes, Sandro Tonali, all of them are way more athletic than the players that you have. Do I look at Doucouré right now and think of the Doucouré from the Watford days? Hell no. He's a different player for me now, and he's way less physical. So maybe that same physical presence doesn't intimidate me with Everton as it does with Newcastle. So that's an honest, non-agenda answer. See?
But by the way, I'm going to big up Everton here. Because Everton have had great results in the last few weeks.
They have.
Really helped
Big up
us.
Everton. You've helped Liverpool as well. You've helped Liverpool as well to gain more points. So, yeah, big up the Everton.
Big up.
It took some points for us.
There's an interest from Milan for Nunez for 45 million. Forza Milan per sempre.
Have you heard this rumour? So apparently they want to take him in January for a loan on a 5 million loan deal with a right to buy for 45 million next summer.
Let's go. No, but I wouldn't. No, but I wouldn't want that because if they take him on loan and they watch him for 6 months, they wouldn't want him at the end of it.
I reckon he cooks in Italy. You know, I do. I think he cooks in Italy.
I hope he does. Sell him so I can celebrate. Forza Milan, everyone in the chat. Forza Milan. Guys, Tom Little is in the background. We're 10 likes away. Up to you. 300 likes. Let's do it. Big up to you, Arjan. Big up to my guy Caster who says I would prefer Joe Gomez.
What? I would prefer Endo.
I would prefer Joe Gomez with 0 goals for LFC instead of 9. There you are.
No,
you know they asked me when I was doing I was doing the Liverpool watch along. One guy asked me one-on-one to win you the Champions League. Would you rather Joe Gomez running through a goal or Nunes? I was like, Joe Gomez, because with Nunes, I know he's gonna miss. With Joe Gomez, I don't know, he might score. You know, it's like unknown versus known. You know, known crap versus unknown. Possibly he might score type thing. So, yeah, that's the thing, man. That's the thing. Big up to Jimmy O'Har, who says, a CFC fan, but if anyone wins, I hope LFC win the Premier League so Van Dijk gets his flowers. One of the best centre-backs I've ever seen. You're a Chelsea fan, Jimmy? Wow. You're the first non-delusional Chelsea fan I've met. But if you're going to continue to drop off, and it's us or Arsenal for the title, you and all the Chelsea scumbags that insulted me all year long, you get me? You better start learning the lyrics to You'll Never Walk Alone, mate, because we're your last hope to stop Arsenal. So you better learn that shit. I want to see all the... I've made a notepad list of Liverpool allies from the Chelsea fan base, just in case it's us and Arsenal for the league, you know? So I know the ones on our side, Jimmy. I know the ones on our side. Big up
That's
to
a
you,
fair. That's a fair point. Virgil got them into Europe, didn't he?
Yeah, this is true. They were.
Wow.
What
Was
Virgil?
on the Poch?
Oh my God, Virgil van Dijk was managed by Pochettino as well. Yeah,
Poch,
this
wasn't
is true. Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. This is true. Fair enough. Guys, we have gotten 300 likes. You get me? So, unfortunately. How are we, Tom lad?
Hello, lads. First of all,
He's
I
going to
just
tell
wanna...
us why Trent is saying.
Bigger man. Bigger.
No, I'm not.
No. Before we do that,
I'm going to be very clear on Trent. But first of all, I need to address something. Van Dijk never played under Poch. He played under Ronald Koeman.
Oh, was it?
Yeah,
Okay.
Poch left. So Van Dijk joined in the January of 2015, I think, and Koeman was the manager. Poch only done 1 year at Tottenham, at Southampton. Sorry, before Tottenham took him. So
My bad. I'm not a Southampton fan, so
Okay. Final super chat before we, because this segues us perfectly into the Trent topic. First of all, W's in the chat for Ed for dropping in the big donation. Big up to you, Ed. Thanks so much for always supporting the channel. And one of the main reasons why Rere is banned, and we can finally have one streamer we don't mention Klopp. So thank you so much, Ed. You know, Trent Alexander-Arnold related super chat, which segues us to the Trent topic, ladies and gentlemen. According to Marca, we all know what they said earlier on. Big up the panel. I'm so sick of this narrative towards Trent Alexander-Arnold. Everyone turning their backs on the kid. It's fucked up. This kid is a legend. He's been here since he was a kid. He's won it all for club, and people wanting to bench him is asinine. Before I unlock all of your opinions, just show of hands, who here thinks Trent is a legend?
Depends.
Of course he is.
Okay, we've
He's
got
won
4
everything.
people who agree he's a legend.
Depends.
Okay,
He's
fair enough.
He's won everything. Of course he is.
Mike, can you get off the fence?
taking that away
Because
from
we
him.
need a crystal clear answer for this one. If he leaves to Madrid,
because if Trent signs, okay, here's the thing though, because it depends. Because if Trent signs a pre-agreement with Madrid in the middle of a title charge, he's dead to me. I don't care about anything that you did. You just destroyed your legacy, and you perhaps uprooted drama into the side by signing a pre-agreement during a title charge. If not,
That is like my mum cheating on my dad. I ain't gonna lie.
literally. So again, it depends. I need to know if he leaves, if he goes to Madrid in the summer, yes, 100% legend. If he goes to Madrid in January or signs for them in January, never heard of you. Don't care. Goodbye.
someone gets integrated into the team. Like if that happens sooner than
I'm
later.
just saying
Like,
that's a ridiculous thing to do
Wow.
for a team, and you're staying at that team. To me, that's just absurd.
I don't think he signs a pre-agreement deal with anybody.
yeah, I don't think it'd be a pre-agreement. Like, I think he'd just leave in the
I
summer.
think you just
I don't care regardless if it's a pre-agreement or not.
Go on, Tom.
If that man leaves Liverpool Football Club on a free transfer after everything that the club has done, after everything that man said, after with the situation that we are in, with all the factors pointing the way they are, he is the worst of the lot. worse than McManaman, worse than Owen.
Oh, fuck off. You can never say worse than Owen. Stop that.
For that
McManaman,
transfer-
okay, whatever.
But we got money for Owen.
Michael Owen's problem is United.
Yes, that's why he'll never be worse than him, because Trent ain't ever going to wear the United shirt.
But I'm not on about the situation where Michael Owen joined United. I'm on about the moment where they left the football club. At the moment where they left the football club, if Trent Alexander-Arnold was to leave Liverpool on a free transfer at the end of this season, he would be the worst of the lot.
Tom, what is the talk in the city like with Trent? Because I think with people like us, Liverpool fans who are not Scousers, we might see it a little bit different because he is a Scouser and he's, one of our own sort of thing. Do people in the city see it a little bit different than people outside the city?
Yes, there's a reason I'm wearing this shirt today.
Stevie G.
Best Scouse player in this football club's history had interest from Real Madrid, had interest from Chelsea, had interest from Inter Milan, and he stayed. And he became, he became the upper echelon. He became one of the top two names that ever mentioned when it comes to talking about this football club. It's him and Kenny Dalglish. It's Steven Gerrard and Kenny Dalglish. Now, Trent Alexander-Arnold has ability that can rival them two in his position, in terms of the stature of his position. Trent Alexander-Arnold could be the greatest right back of all time. But the situation with me and with Scouts is that this lad came through the academy. We gave him his chance. We've stuck by him through thick and thin because that lad has been fucking battered pillar to post by the media and by rivals. And there was one constant: Liverpool fans were there backing him. When he was in form, we were there singing his praises. When he was out of form, we were there backing him to the high hills, because there has been times where that man has been horrendously out of form, but he has been backed. If he was to go on a free, it's not even the fact it's Madrid. I know some people seem to confuse it with the fact it's Madrid. No, it could be fucking Inter, it could be Bayern, it could be Barca, it could be fucking whoever. As long as it's not an English team, the club he goes to doesn't really matter. It's the manner of leaving on a free transfer. It's the manner of making sure the club who brought you up, who trusted you, who gave you the platform to succeed, get fuck all from you.
Well, that's also the club's fault, Tom. That's not entirely on Trent. It's the club's fault that his contract wasn't extended. Like yes, I agree with you, but at the same time, you gotta look at both sides of the coin here. This isn't a one-sided argument. It's not Trent's fault. This 24 months could have been left on the contract. You could have said, you know what? We see a future. Bada bing, bada boom. 4 years. Bang, bang. Done.
Like, we've been talking to him since the start of the season. 100%. We've been talking to him for a long time.
I also don't think people understand.
And the thing that Tom said as well. Sorry, mate.
Deeper.
And the thing you said as well about backing him thick and thin. We have given him so much leeway, like as a player. Like, he's been able to literally play carte blanche wherever the friggin' hell he wanted for the last 2.5 years. It's only now the slot's gone, hang on a minute, mate, you need to get back in your box. You need to start doing right back stuff. It's only now that it's happened. And guess who's doing all the interviews, trying to get all the PR up. So all the Liverpool fans are on his side. So when he does walk, we don't feel the hurt as much. Like, it is a real stab in the back to a lot of Liverpool fans, that, because we've given him so much. And we've suffered defensively for 2.5 years because of him. And that's the reason why everything goes down the right-hand side. It's because of him, because he is the weak link in the team, like he has been for so long. So for us to put up with all of that, and now this season, a chance of winning everything, and literally having so much built in the club now, ready to go for the next couple of years. Like, you listen to Owen Hargreaves do interviews. Owen Hargreaves is an ex-Man United and Man City player, and he sat there going, Liverpool need 2 or 3 players, and they are going to win everything for the next couple of years. Why doesn't Trent want to be part of that? Like, and the money we're throwing at him as well. He'll be the highest paid.
I can answer that question
in the country.
The reason why I'm looking at this from a different perspective, and I do agree with what Castor is saying, is I don't think we are built to win everything for the next 3-4 years, but Madrid are, because we need to remember who our owners are. Look, we must acknowledge there's good and then there is bad. Not everything is black and white in life. There is both sides of the coin. If you're in Trent's position, do you put your prime in the hands of Florentino Perez, or do you put your future in the hands of Fenway Sports Group? And this is not a matter of let's just sit up here and talk about FSG the whole time. But the truth of the matter is, look, I understand where Tom is coming from, because he's talking more about the emotional connection and the fact that he's a local boy and all this. I agree with you completely. That's why Zubimendi stayed at Sociedad and etc. And that's why I, as an Arab, say that Gerrard is our greatest Premier League player, while Tom, as the Scouser, says Mo is our greatest Premier League player. So we disagree on that as an example. So I have so much love for Stevie. I've got so much love for Trent. I do think he's a legend if he leaves, but I don't think we are geared to win everything for the next 3-4 years. Arne Slot comes in, his first transfer window, we make a profit. Our only signing is Federico Chiesa. Sometimes you have to look at life into perspective. You're getting a call from Florentino Perez. He's telling you, we're going to sign William Saliba. We're going to build the next Galacticos. You're going to be a part of that. We're going to dominate world football for the next 4 or 5 years. While you're looking at Fenway Sports Group and the money that we spend at Liverpool Football Club, and we are not geared for domination. Now, I only speak for myself. I'm not going to speak for every single FSG out there, because I know Tom has a different approach when it comes to FSG. But for me personally, if we just showed ambition and spent a bit more money over the last 4 or 5 years, many people who have a problem with the ownership would have way less problem with the ownership. And this is where, for me, ambition comes into it. Because from Trent's perspective, Mo and Virgil, got 2 more years in them? They're going to sign a 2-year contract, in my opinion. I think probably 2 more years. They got 2 more years in them where they're going to be great. But then after that, what happens? Does he trust the club to be ambitious enough to buy in players, to want them to want us to win like that? And that's where, for me, I blame the ownership, not the player. And that's why, for me, Trent will be a legend, even if he does decide to go to Madrid.
I look at I don't know how I look at it, but when I look at Trent, I can understand why he's torn. Yeah, if Trent had a contract, he knows if Real Madrid came in for him, Liverpool would turn down the transfer offer. Just turn it down. Then Trent is not going to ask for a transfer to be released and let go. He wouldn't put in a transfer request because that would look absolutely shit on his legacy with the fans, so he'd never do that. So he knows he's never got a chance to go to Real Madrid if he's got a contract. The fact of the matter is he's only got a few months left. Real Madrid are looking at him and they are wanting him to come to be their right back. So as he's looking at him thinking, I can play for Real Madrid, they're wanting me. I'm probably going to be more successful at Real Madrid in the next few years than I am at Liverpool, just for the fact that Real Madrid have been. And I can play with the likes of Mbappe and Vinny Juniors and stuff like that. And it's probably, he's looking at it and probably thinking, I've been at Liverpool for 20 years since I was 6 years old. I've won everything there is to do. I'm 26 years old. I've got the world as my oyster. I could probably go to any club in the world and play for them. You know, and Real Madrid are wanting me and I've got this chance to go there. But at the same time, I'm a Scouser. I'm Liverpool born and bred. I've been at this club since I was 6 years of age. This is the club I love and support. So he's a little bit torn. He don't know what way to pull. He literally don't know what way to pull.
If Trent made it clear he wanted Madrid, but he would sign a contract to get a fee for Liverpool, Liverpool would do it.
Yeah.
Because it is a business move. And if he is that set on Madrid, that should be the way it is. That should be the exact way it's done. And he would be looked at a lot more fondly in retrospect. It is the fact of leaving on a free transfer. It's the fact that since he came into the first team, all we've heard from Trent Alexander-Arnold is this means more. The dream is to captain this football club one day, to follow in the footsteps of Gerrard, who was his idol growing up. You know, winning trophies with Liverpool means more than winning them elsewhere. He could see himself spending his entire career at Liverpool. That's been the dream from 6. And now we're at this point because another thing that he said, my contract situation won't be played out in public. And yes, he hasn't made any public comments on it. But I tell you what, if we're playing out in private, fuck me, the walls aren't soundproof. I'm hearing everything. I'm getting our journalists saying stuff. I'm getting their journalists saying stuff. And unlike Van Dijk and unlike Mohamed Salah, Trent Alexander-Arnold, bar a comment made in September, which was the most vaguely worded piece of shit, has said nothing. I don't care if it's the most nothing update of you saying there is no news on either situation. Just say there's no news. That is better than leaving us in the dark and having our emotions and our feelings being played out across the media and across this situation. And it comes back to it. Liverpool Football Club right now, whilst the Sam might disagree and say that we're not in a position to win for the next 3 to 5 years, and maybe in hindsight that comes true, Liverpool Football Club are in a position to win right here, right now.
Right now, yes, 100%.
As we're showing, and I don't think that if Van Dijk and Trent and Salah sign, that's not going to go away for at least 2 years. That's not going to go away for at least 2 years. The situation where Liverpool can be in a position to win the top.
We had all 4 of them for 4 years, didn't win a league title once or a Champions League once. It's reality. You can't lean back every time someone pushes back on your narrative. It's reality.
What I don't understand here is why we're just accepting this idea of we're unable to challenge the next 4 or 5 years. In the summer, every single Liverpool fan, but just hold on. Every single Liverpool fan in the summer, including myself, was like, the fact that you made a profit with the new manager is the dumbest thing ever, right? And once the summer ended, the consensus was this is going to be one of two things. This is either going to be the biggest, action of negligence that we've ever seen from a major football club in history, or it's going to be utterly genius, and we all need to hold that and shut our mouths. Right now, it's this way. It's utterly genius, and we all need to shut up and be quiet because we're top of the league, we're top of the world, and we didn't spend a nickel, right? We made money. So this idea that Liverpool aren't ambitious, X, Y, Z, again, with the changing of managers, with Michael Edwards, with the way that window went, and with the way that the season has gone, because regardless of how bad other people have done, what it was 13-3-1, that's unbelievable for a new manager in the Premier League. I don't care how shit City have been. I don't care how shit Arsenal have been. I don't care how good Chelsea have been. 42 points this point in the season is fantastic given all of the circumstances. So this idea that we're unambitious or we don't have the ability to continue to challenge, I think is predicated on a prior Liverpool, a prior FSG.
You want to know the difference? You're using a word that I haven't used to begin with. You're saying the word challenge. I never questioned the word challenge. I'm saying the word win. That's the difference between me and you.
Win. Okay.
No, I'm not talking about challenge. I'm talking about winning.
Challenge. I don't think
they're not the same thing, because guess what? We challenged for the last 4 years.
Trophies aren't guaranteed, though, for some. You can only ask to challenge.
You always do this. Trophies aren't guaranteed, but you can put yourself in the best possible position.
All I'm saying is that
even Mike's narrative is actually the wrong narrative, because he's saying, "Oh, they're actually really smart and they're geniuses because we didn't spend money and we're top of the league." No, they're not geniuses. The one that deserves praise is Arne Slot. That's who deserves praise, not the ownership. Yeah, but that's not the point, Mike. That's why we're saying credit the man that's doing the job on the pitch, not them. They didn't buy anyone, but we're top of the league, so praise to them.
Okay.
That's so illogical.
Credit the man on the pitch, but don't credit the person who put them there. Credit the man who made a profit in the summer, but don't credit the fact that he didn't spend any money. Like this is the back and forth here.
Did we put ourselves in the best possible position to win?
Based on today, yes. Because we are top of the league, because we are top of the league, and we are top of the world.
Yeah, but tell me, by doing what? What did we do to do that?
We didn't have to do anything. That's
squad building isn't a 1 year process. Liverpool have built the squad across the last four seasons, and we're now seeing players that were signed 3 years ago taking the step up to become the key parts to a squad that we've built. I feel like I've seen a lot in the comments as well. People saying it's Liverpool's fault that Trent's in this position contract wise. You do realise, people, that Trent Alexander-Arnold refused to sign a 5-year deal when he signed his new deal back in 2021. He only wanted a 4-year deal. Bear in mind, Robertson got 5 years at that time, and Robertson's older. Van Dijk signed onto the same point, but Van Dijk was coming off the back of a knee injury. A lot of the players who signed contracts in that summer signed 5-year deals. I think Joe Gomez got one in that window, and he got a 5-year deal from it. Because what you'll do if you want to go look at the contract situation for Liverpool, you will see that we have you've got Robertson, Canate, and Kelleher out the next summer, and then about 8 players out the summer after that, because that's when a whole host of them contracts start to run out. Trent only wanted a 4-year deal. I think this has been in Trent's mind for a while, and that doesn't make it any easier to stomach. And for you to say Liverpool should have dealt with this earlier, I simply ask when. You get him to sign a 4-year deal at the start of 21-22. You're not going to give a man a new contract the year after barring extenuating circumstances, i.e. Mo Salah got a contract the year after he put together 60 fucking goals and assists. You have to do that to make sure he's paid the top dollar. The year after that, he's got no fucking sporting director. The club's in disrepute. We're in a shit show. You get to this summer. This summer was the first opportunity because you couldn't even done it in January because Klopp announced he was going, and no footballer is going to sign a contract without knowing what the situation is. Liverpool's only stable situation to offer a contract to Trent Alexander-Arnold was this summer, and we are in the situation that we're in now. And I don't like. It's going to sound weird. I don't like how clinical football fandom can get. We should be emotional. We are all emotional. Football fandom is emotional. If I want to be angry that a lad who is come through the academy, he's a local lad. There's no greater honour than having an academy kid come through the system and perform at the very top level and achieve everything. For him to what is an effective spit in my face, it feels like to say, you're not going to get any money from me. I'm going to do what I want to do. I'm not even saying he shouldn't go Madrid. That's not what I'm saying. At no point here have I said Trent Alexander-Arnold should spend
Madrid
the rest
aren't
of his
going to pay
career.
money for him, Tom.
What?
Yeah, but
Okay,
you're
guys.
saying you should be emotional, but you're moving like an accountant. That's not emotional.
Hey, what?
How am I
question.
moving like an accountant?
Because
Quick
your
question.
issue is not the move itself. Your issue is the fact that he's going there for free. So your issue is
Yes.
more monetary. Okay, so your
Yes.
issue is monetary then, not
Madrid are gonna buy
emotional.
It's not monetary. It's the value of what it is.
All right,
That's
quick
literally
question.
monetary.
It's a lack of
Value of what it is, literally
no. It feels like a lack of respect.
Sam, quick question, bro, and probably to everyone on the panel. If he says he wants to leave and it's true, right? Would
Mhm.
you sell him in January?
I wouldn't.
Yes.
If you want, if
If
he
he said he
sell
wants to
him.
leave, would
if
you
he-
sell him in January?
if he
I reckon the
outright
club would
says
probably sell him for like 20, 30 million.
if Trent outright says he
Genuinely.
wants to leave Liverpool Football Club, his
You
head's
have
not
to sell him.
100% in it. He goes.
You have to sell him. You have to sell him. Yeah. You have to.
If he says it tonight, I want to leave and go to Madrid January 1st.
You have to sell him. You've
15
got no
million.
choice.
15 million, 10 million. I don't care how much it is. Sell him. You cannot keep
Yeah.
that in the team.
So that means he's not that valuable then, really, to stay. If you're so all quick to sell this guy, if he says he wants to
But if
stay.
he's not staying-
Trent
But
Alexander-Arnold
it's
is an
predicated
He's
extremely
not
on
valuable
money.
to these guys, not to me. I want him
No,
to stay.
Oh,
no,
yeah,
Yeah, bro, I'll
predicated
yeah,
we
yeah.
don't just want to.
Here's the
It's
problem that you have,
predicated
though.
on him leaving.
Hussam, here's your problem that you have, though, because you complain a lot about obviously the club not being proactive, right? If he's a player that's going to leave, why not sell him and then make sure we spend this time trying to get in another right back?
I don't give a
waiting for
fuck about
summer?
the money ends
No,
because
but
we
if you
don't
wait till
spend
the end of the
money.
summer, and then what? We're going to scramble around for a right back then?
Oh no, we ain't buying the right back. Conor Bradley's his replacement.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Conor
but we
Bradley's
still-
there. You already know how we
Yeah,
move.
We still
You already
need
know how
someone
we
else.
move. You get
Wait,
that.
hold on. Just to clarify here, to G's point, I don't think that anyone here is quick to sell him. It's predicated on the fact that Trent Alexander-Arnold would publicly say, "I want to go to Madrid." If a player in your team in a title charge says, "I don't want to be here. My mind is on Madrid," I don't care who you are. You gotta go. You gotta go. You
I
cannot
agree.
have that.
Look,
You
the
cannot
biggest,
have that.
Look, the
But I
biggest
don't get
thing
why
for
though.
me,
Like it's not affected him now. Like he's not okay. Let's just go off the basis that he wants to go to Real Madrid.
It's less so what would happen to Trent personally. It's less so the idea that Trent might down tools. It's more so the reaction
Everyone
that Trent
else.
would get. Right now,
it's the
Liverpool fans.
derailment. We can't
But
have
no,
the
but no, but
derailment.
that's the
But
point
right
that
now,
I'm trying to get at, is
Liverpool
that
fans,
why
Liverpool
though?
fans can operate on what's the term? Like gross ignorance. I know a lot of people, especially in Liverpool, who think he's gone already because there was a feeling that it would have been done by now if he wanted to stay. So whilst people believe that he's probably going to go, because it's not factual, we can live in gross ignorance and say, "Oh well, it's not a problem." The moment it comes out that he's going to Madrid, shit hits the fan. It happened to McManaman when McManaman agreed the pre-contract with Real Madrid. The next 5 games Steve McManaman played, he was getting booed by the home crowd. Whenever he touched the ball, he was getting booed.
Mhm.
The only reason that man got a somewhat okay send-off at the end is because he scored the goal that got us into Europe at the end of that season.
So what it sounds like, that's a fan problem. That's not a Trent problem. That's
Look,
you
the
lot
thing
problem.
Look,
I
the
would
thing
hold the
about
same
it.
energy for
look,
any
look,
team.
hang on, guys. Look, the thing about it is our coach has got a hell of a job to do in the first place. Like he came into a club where he didn't have any staff. Like completely brand new to the Premier League. Like, nobody really knew. He was an unknown quantity. He's just taken over from a legend. Like, he's got a hard enough job as it is. Yeah. He came in, he didn't have any of his squad, any of his first team players, because they'd all played in European competitions. So he had a pre-season with a load of reserves and kids that all got sold anyway. And you're giving him a situation where he's got 3 of his biggest players who haven't signed new contracts. Yeah. He's top of the league in the Premier League, broken all kinds of mental records
That's
in
what
the Premier
Mike is
League
praising,
and European
imagine.
competitions. So he's outdone everything that anyone
That's
thought he
insane.
could do. And now you're dumping the Trent Alexander-Arnold not signing a new contract, going to Real Madrid right in the middle of the season.
No, but no one
That
signed a contract.
is
though.
a
No one
massive
signed a
hand
contract.
grenade that he doesn't need. And
Yeah,
we
but
don't
no
need
one.
it either.
No, but no one has signed a contract. I don't get it. Like, we're moving so
All he
mad
had to do,
over
G,
Trent.
all he had to do is do what Salah and Virgil van Dijk did and just make it knowing that you
But
want to
you
stay.
haven't signed the contract, so it's irrelevant
But
what
we
they're
know
saying.
that they want to stay.
But
So
they've
now
not signed
the
a contract.
opposite direction.
But it's all
If
deemed.
nothing
it's
happens,
all-
if nothing happens with Virgil and Salah, everyone's blaming FSG anyway, because they
so we're in
told
the
us
exact same position as
clearly
we
that they
would
want to
be
stay.
if. So we're in the exact same position is what you're saying. That's effectively what we just said. We're in the
But
same
he
position.
hasn't said a word, mate, and he's had numerous interviews where he's been sketchy. He's
But
been like,
no
oh, I
one
want to be
has said-
captain. Oh, I don't want to be captain. Oh, I've already been captain. Oh, and I want my legacy, and I want to win the Ballon d'Or. Like make your
Right
mind
back is
up.
not
Like,
winning
But
Ballon
tell
no,
us
d'Or.
but
you
no,
want to
but
be with us.
everyone's getting mad at one person. That's fine because it's Trent. He's the local lad. I get, and what Tom said before, I hear it from that perspective. I'm not even disagreeing at all. I get that perspective. But no one signed a contract. So guess what? Slot is in the same position he was in at the beginning of the season as he is on the 1st of January. Because guess what? None of them are signing a deal at this present moment in time. So as we know, nothing's confirmed. So that could all change in 2 days' time. But as we know, from the 1st of January, all 3 of these players can easily leave. So he's in
That's
the
actually
same
fact, by the way.
position. That like
Well,
he's
that
in the
is fact.
same
Yeah, that
position.
is fact.
The only
it's not
difference is
the
that
way-
Trent is the local lad, and that's why I get where Tom is coming from. But yet again, it's this kind of emotional blackmail. Oh, he should get a fee for us. He doesn't need to get a fee for us because that's not his
Doesn't
job.
even make
His
sense.
job is not
Yeah,
to
because
do that.
Tom spoke on emotions, then mentioned money. That's not emotions. That's accountancy.
Yeah, that's
that's
not
what we
there. But what I'm saying is,
Sam, it's
that's
not
not
fucking
Trent's
accountancy. I'm not
point.
saying exactly how much money I want to get for him. I couldn't care if the fee was fucking 20 million. He's worth 80. I don't care
Okay,
what the
but
fee is.
here-
It's about what's the word for it? It's about the showing of it, the feeling of it. Going on a free means your club get fuck all from you. At least after
But why is that his
decency.
problem though? I don't get like that.
Yeah,
I think that's the bit I'm struggling with.
And
Why
you
is
know
that
what?
his
Do you know what, G? I would understand. I would understand if we were not offering him anything. If we weren't trying to give him a contract. And I do fully believe, because it has happened in the past, if it came down to it and this player wanted to leave Liverpool, but he would sign a contract so we could get a fee for him, we aren't gonna give him a contract and then go, haha, fuck off. Never mind,
Yeah, but
staying.
Madrid only want Trent because it's free. That's the whole thing here.
But Mike, that's bollocks. Because they
It's
want
not
to pay fee.
bollocks.
It is though. It is. So the only right back Real Madrid can buy on the entire planet is Trent
No,
Alexander-Arnold.
you're
He's
looking
free.
at- no,
if
you're
they
looking at
can't
it
buy
wrong,
Trent for
Tom.
free, who would they get?
You were looking at it wrong.
Those
That's
looking at
bullshit,
it on
Mike.
Pedro Porro.
Trent, no, Trent. Okay, again, look at this.
Trent
from a
is the best
financial-
right back in the world. That's why they want him.
Tom,
Oh.
listen to the point
I
before
don't
you
think it's
jump
even
to
anything to do with
judgment.
that.
No, I know.
Ready? Okay. Look at this from a business perspective. Remove yourself as a fan. Okay. These players are stocks, right? Ultimately, that's the way that this works. Especially in football, because you can't trade, you have to buy. Every single player is a stock. If I have the opportunity to get Apple for free, right? I can buy Apple stock at $3 for free, and it's worth $2,000 a stock now, right? But I'm buying it for $3 for free, and then compounding all of that value. Why on earth would I go out of my way to take money out of my pocket to appease your emotions? It's ridiculous. It is
Okay, can I
not-
answer the question?
So,
Can I answer the question?
hold on.
Let me answer
hold
this
on.
question.
Oh.
Tom, I just have to answer. I'm gonna answer this question.
because-
He asked the
because
question, and you're
because
leaning
then I
back.
get-
You both
I
agree.
get,
Let the guy
I
who
get to take that
disagrees
same
answer.
money and go and buy Saliba. Why would Trent ever
Okay.
willingly pay money for Trent when they could simply just not pay money for Trent, get him, say,
Mike,
fuck you,
Mike,
Liverpool, I
Mike,
also don't
Mike,
owe you
Mike,
anything, and
Mike,
then go and buy Saliba.
have you missed the point of my thing where it was Liverpool? If Trent makes it clear he wants Madrid, even if he signs a new contract, Liverpool are going to make that possible for him. And I will put it this way: if Real Madrid, oh my God, Mike, if Real Madrid can't sign Trent on a free, are they just not going to sign a right back? No, they're going to go to the next option.
They'll go sign someone else.
Yes.
You think that Trent Alexander-Arnold is the only right back in the world?
Mike,
that Real
let me
Madrid
finish my
The only
point,
reason why they
man.
want this is because he's free, but you're not understanding.
Let me finish
point.
my point.
That's the
So they're
problem.
gonna go to the next option, which for argument's sake would be Pedro Porro for 50 million. But if Trent makes it abundantly clear to Liverpool that he wants to go to Madrid and that is his main focus, and he's only signing a contract so Liverpool can get a fee with him, we are not going to price him out of that move. If Real Madrid will pay 50 million for Porro, they'll pay 50 million for Trent because he's still the best option. Real Madrid do not value Porro higher as a footballer. Real Madrid do not see Pedro Porro as a better right back than Trent. They see Trent as much better value for money. If Trent and Porro are the same cost, they will still pick Trent.
And there's another thing as well that Mike is not considering. We are talking. Okay, Mike, let me answer your question. I got your point. Let me just answer it, okay? Just 10 seconds. I can tell you're a Liverpool fan from the way that you're speaking. Real Madrid don't give a fuck about business. Real Madrid have Florentino Perez, who is a win at all cost type of owner. Whether Mbappe was available for free or 200 million, he would have gotten Kylian Mbappe, regardless. Even if it was 200 million, he would have had to pay, he would have got him in. From a Real Madrid, because we have to look, life is about perspective. We heard the scout's perspective from Tom. You're telling us the perspective of the like a business perspective. The perspective of Real Madrid has never been a business perspective. Their perspective is, I want to win at all cost. So I do agree with Tom on this note, which is, if Trent was available for 50, 60 million, they're going to pay it because they want their guy. The reason why Madrid want Trent is not because he's available on a free, it's because he's the best right back in the world.
Okay.
The reason why they want Alphonso Davies, because he's the best left back in the world, not because they're on a free. It's because you're looking at the best. No, this is what Madrid want to do. Madrid want to build the Galacticos. They want to have the strongest team in the world, best players in every single position, all teams in the world. They've got Rudiger, Militao right now. That's why they're looking at Saliba, because they're looking at the centre back option for the next 10 years. They're looking at the right back option, Trent, who's the best right back in the world. They're looking at Alphonso Davies, best left back in the world. They're trying to build the Galacticos. They want to win. Florentino Perez is not looking at this as, I can get it for 0 or I can get it for 40. He would pay 40 as well. No problem.
Okay. Again, both of your arguments are coming from an emotional place. Number one, if Trent Alexander-Arnold is going to go to Madrid, his future, right? If I'm going to move into a house, am I going to sabotage that house by making them remove parts of it before I go in? Am I going to go into that house and say, you know what? I want to take $20 million worth of material out of this house before I come, right? That's just ridiculous. And not to mention, I don't think that Trent Alexander-Arnold owes that. This is a business. Literally, these players are stocks. They get bought and sold every single day. To put the onus of getting a fee for Trent Alexander-Arnold on the player himself to sign essentially a bullshit contract so that I can make 20 million pounds off of you. That's like, listen.
Yeah, I know. It's not like Coutinho done it. It's not like Suarez done it. It's not like plenty of Liverpool players in the past have done that exact same thing, so Liverpool can get more money for them. Because again, respect for the club that have done so much for you. The least you can do is make sure they get a little bit of money for you.
The point,
Mike, you made Hussam and Tom agree.
Okay, the point here is that you're not looking at it. You're looking at it from a Liverpool perspective. You're not looking at this from a Real Madrid perspective.
I'm not looking at it from a Liverpool perspective.
Hussam, just hold on. Let me finish my point.
I spoke from Perez's perspective. How's that Liverpool?
Okay, you're right. And Perez had the opportunity to sign Kylian Mbappe for money, and he waited because he's smarter than everybody else, and he got him for nothing. Okay, he's doing the same thing with Trent, which is why Real Madrid want him.
But that's factually incorrect.
No, because they can get one of the best.
You can't build your argument on something factually incorrect.
Free transfers are a myth.
The reason why Mbappe stayed at PSG is not because Florentino Perez is smarter than everyone and he didn't want to pay money. It's because literally the French president got involved to keep him at PSG. That decision was way bigger than, he wanted to buy him on a free. Because just that summer, they made 180 million bid for Kylian Mbappe. So they were willing to pay money. And that's my point. I'm not talking emotionally at all. First of all, I'm not talking emotionally. I'm talking football. Florentino. Okay, do you agree that Florentino Perez is win at all cost? You agree with that logic?
Yeah, he's a criminal.
If there is one owner on the whole planet who's win at all costs, it's fucking Florentino Perez. The reason why I agree with Tom's point is, I agree with what you're saying. It's not on Trent to do that. Yes, but the reason why I agree with what Tom is saying is the following. If Trent was there on a free or available for 40 million or 80 million, the reason why Perez wants Trent at Madrid is because he's the best right back in the world, not because he's available on a free. If Trent was shit and available on a free, he wouldn't go in for him. And that's what I'm saying. Not emotional. I'm saying the guy wants to win at all cost.
All I'm saying is, if you're gonna give me a pizza and you're gonna say this one's $20 and this one's free, I'm taking the free one every damn day of the week. I'm doing everything I can to get it for free. And to think that he would deliberately sabotage himself is crazy.
So Mike, so you got pizza. You've got free pizza and you've got 20 quid pizza. All of a sudden, other pizza now goes to 20 quid. You missed out on your chance to get free pizza. But pizza one, the one that just went up to 20 quid from being free, is infinitely better. It's infinitely better taste. It's got much better flavour, much better texture than pizza two. Are you still going to pay the same price for that one?
He's a luxury, Tom. He's not the key to this team. He's a luxury.
Now I want pizza.
I'm just saying, like you guys are sitting here.
Mike just changed the whole argument. You're the one that. But if you think he's a luxury, just say that from the start.
He's a luxury signing to Real Madrid in the first place. Okay?
No, he's not a luxury signing. No, he is not.
Trent Alexander-Arnold he's not the difference maker to take them from a team that wins the Champions League to a team that wins a fucking quadruple. I'm sorry, it's not.
Mike,
it's just never going to be.
Yeah, but that's not the point. He is a difference maker alongside other players. That's their logic.
Spanish teams clearly would be in our championship.
Okay, Mike. Okay, let me just say this. This is the Madrid team in their mind, right? This is what they want: Courtois, Trent, Saliba, Alphonso Davies, either one of Militao, Rudiger, Tchouameni, Valverde, Bellingham, whoever the fuck, like whichever Camavinga, whichever one, Rodrigo, Vinicius, Mbappe. Now, that's the Madrid Galacticos dream. Now, in their mind, let me tell you first. In their mind, we have this team. We go over to dominate La Liga and world football for the next 4 or 5 years. That's their logic.
Do me a favor, everyone on this panel, just from a stance of yes or no. That team that he just mentioned, how less of a chance do they have to win the Champions League and the Liga if you exchanged only Trent Alexander-Arnold for Pedro Porro or Jerome Frimpong? What is the percentage? 2%?
There's no difference. There's really
exactly.
There is a difference. Like
he's a luxury. Oh my God! So then,
I'll tell you what, though.
He's not that type of player.
I'll tell you what, though. Real Madrid will lose games against us because Slot will know how to play against them.
Maybe. But I'm sorry, I'm not going to sit here and say that
there is no way we beat that team.
Trent Alexander-Arnold for Pedro Porro, that team's winning any less. It's not. It's winning just
yes,
as much.
It is, because then there becomes an obvious weakness in the team.
But
then what's happening here is everyone's revising Trent and acting like Trent is an average player. He's not. He's a difference maker. He's the best technical right back in the world. He is absolutely an unbelievable passer. He can find the Kylian Mbappe with one diagonal pass. They don't even need to build from the back or do any of this shit. So if we're going to act like they win the same stuff, if we're going to act, okay, let me answer the question. If we're going to act like they win the same stuff with Trent, Pedro Porro, and Frimpong, I'm going to say I disagree, because Trent does make a massive difference to Madrid from that right-hand side. He's an upgrade on Carvajal. Frimpong and Pedro Porro are not an upgrade.
I disagree there. Carvajal finished in the top 5 of Ballon
You
d'Or.
ask my opinion, I tell my opinion.
Danny Carvajal has no ACL.
You're right, and if he didn't tear his ACL, they probably wouldn't be looking at Trent, but he did, and so now we're here.
Look, for me,
they were looking at Trent in the summer.
You're looking at Trent from before the ball was kicked. When Carvajal was fit and a Ballon d'Or contender.
You can have this conversation back and forth about how much he costs and they should pay for him and all of this stuff. But for me, it's all about this season and Slot. And I don't want any spanners in the works. And this could be a real spanner in the works. And I just don't want the aggro. I don't want the drama. Like, for the last 2.5 years, it's just been nothing but Trent drama. I'm fed up of it. Like where we want to be now. We've always wanted to be ahead of Man City and for the others to be chasing us. And this is where we are, top of everything. Like, one guy is not going to derail it because he wants to go and be a legacy somewhere.
But that's with
I don't
Trent,
care.
though.
I don't care. Just go. Just go.
No, but like we're top with Trent. So if we're top
Yes.
with Trent, I'm not understanding the whole thing of spanner in the works because I
But
don't
we
think
can be
Trent
top
is going to
without
wake up.
Trent.
No, but no, I'm not saying we can't. We can win without Mo. I'm not saying we can't do that. I'm saying
No, no, man.
this.
I wouldn't be
No,
sure
no,
about
man.
that.
No, no, man.
Did he just open up that can of
this
worms?
is how much
Without
we rate
Mo,
the rest of the
I'm
team,
gonna have
right?
to stop
No,
you,
but
Bagay. Not without Mo.
even the point is, yeah. So does and I'm assuming here, we don't think that Trent's gonna wake up on the 1st of Jan and that's when he's made his decision, right? Like he's probably made whatever decision he's made. He's probably made this decision.
He knows
time
already,
ago, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so
he knows.
so Trent. So let's just go off the premise. I'll use September. Let's just say he's already made his mind up from September, right? So a month into the season. So from September till now, Liverpool top of the league with the same guy that we're saying is going to put a spanner in the works. He's already made that decision. So if he's already made that decision, I don't really understand how different it's going to be between
I think
January
you're mixed
and.
up with spanner in the works with Trent or spanner in the works with derailing our season. Like Tom,
But why
Tom
would
hit
it
the nail
derail
on
the
head.
season when we're
Tom
top
hit the nail on
with
the head.
him, though?
Mate. If the fans turn and all of the information starts coming out,
So
like
we're
towards
getting
the end of the
no. We're
season,
getting to the crux of the problem.
he turned down a
fan
£300,000
issue. It's not
contract.
a
We
Trent
offered him
issue.
this. We offered him that.
No, but
Like,
we
don't need it. We don't need it.
What should the fan reaction be then? If it comes out that Trent decides to leave Liverpool on a free, should we just pass him on the back and go, fair enough, lad. Fair enough.
Yes, bro.
No,
the guy's literally done
Not how it
everything.
works.
Like, I don't know. But no.
I'm gonna say that.
No. I'm not
If he wants to go to
saying-
Madrid, I'll clap him off because he's
You
going to
can
a club with
fuck right
ambition.
off.
But instead of our
You
fans
can fuck
turning on
right off.
FSG and
Hassam,
turning on
you know,
Trent,
Hassam,
turn
it's
on
fine.
ownership.
It's fine either way. Like, if you want to be angry, that's fine. I'm not saying do whatever you want to do. Yeah, that's not really my thing. Do whatever you want to do. Feel however you want to feel. But then there comes this thing of about now it's just becoming emotional blackmail for a guy who's literally been one of the key components of why Liverpool are actually relevant, why we don't get bantered anymore. He's literally one of those key components. So now we're just going to throw all of that away because he wants to go to a bigger and better club. The guy's not going to AC Milan. He's not going
for the scouts again. And he said that himself.
But okay. Fair enough if he said that. But Tom, we know in football, Real Madrid are the biggest and best club.
Yeah,
we all
they're
know
the
that, like,
pinnacle.
and we all know it's a factual. It's the pinnacle of football.
I agree with you, but to a Scouser, nothing's bigger in Liverpool. And that's why
I'm pretty sure that he's not silly enough to sit there and think, you know what, there's no bigger club than Liverpool.
That's why Stevie never left for Real Madrid.
Emotional blackmail. And he's now left with no Premier League title. Well, I guess he made the right choice. The reality of the situation is that Trent is in this position at the age of 26. That Trent is in this position at the age of 26. He's not in the Gerrard position of whatever, where we haven't won anything and he's still trying to search. There's still something to actually fight for Steven Gerrard. Trent's done it all. I don't get why we don't clap him and be like, you know what, thank you for everything you've done, but go and have your career.
Okay, G. So if it comes out January, February, yeah, we're in the thick of playing games. Like, we've got competitions, we're back in Europe again, yeah, and it comes out that Trent turned down 3 contracts and he's leaving on a free.
Mm-hmm.
Do you really think the fans will want to play? Do you really think the fans will be behind him if Slot keeps
and we're still top of the league and we're still through in the Champions League and we're all of these things?
I don't think he's the reason.
I think the example is
he makes one mistake. He makes one mistake and he's done.
So it's never you'll never walk alone. Then, like, that's just a myth that we've just created to sound good in the stadium because we're not doing that.
No, fuck up. You'll never walk alone, isn't it? You can spit in my face, but I'll still back you.
But he's not spitting in your face, Tom. This is where you're getting it.
The media are going to ramp that up as well. The media will turn on us.
Like, how can a player?
That's what Nunes is doing for 2 years.
If whatever, listen to this, yeah. Obviously, we don't know whatever he's being offered. I'm not going to try and spitball numbers because I don't know what the numbers are. Yeah. If he does not feel whatever's being offered is what he feels he deserves, nobody can sit there and say, "Oh, you're asking for too much," or, "You know what? We've done everything for you. We need to." Like, how does that even make sense? So you want to be selfish now, but you won't allow him to be selfish. Like, come on, guys. Like, it's very hypocritical.
Trent's been offered 310 grand a week by Liverpool,
and if he doesn't think, and by the way, I don't know if he doesn't think that
he's not going to get that at Real Madrid, by the way. He's not gonna
If
get
he
that
doesn't
long
feel that,
But you know
that's
what he's going to
he
get
should
at Real
be getting.
Madrid? Consistent ambition to win and want to be at the top echelon of football. Okay, guys, can we
Yeah,
stop
No, he's
bullshitting?
not
Because
gonna
the
get
last
a Ballon d'Or.
Galacticos were
He's not
fucking
gonna get a
brilliant, weren't
Ballon
they?
d'Or at
So
So
Trent
we-
sits
Telling you that
back.
right now.
He
They didn't win
sees
anything.
Bellingham. He sees Bellingham go from a good player at Borussia Dortmund to a Ballon d'Or nominee. Vinicius, who doesn't even get fucking 10% of Salah number,
They're
be
not
considered
defenders.
a robbery that he didn't win a Ballon d'Or. They're like all their players are rated highly, always up for Ballon d'Or. They win Champions Leagues like there's no tomorrow. But he's supposed to sit up here with a club that gives him Federico Chiesa. Can I give you my unpopular opinion? I think if he showed just fucking more ambition just last summer, he would have signed a contract. He would have fucking stayed because you're seeing that we actually are trying to build
What,
to
what
win
fucking
something.
more
That's
ambition did you want
emotional.
last summer?
It's emotional.
What more
He's
ambition?
saying
Literally
More than
signed his
Federico
entire
Chiesa, mate.
midfield.
I hear it, man. Trent
What,
don't-
Federico
Trent
Chiesa.
ambition don't match
Okay,
the club
okay,
right now.
okay.
Well
So-
done, Federico Chiesa.
no,
Let's go.
okay, so Hassam's just taken out the other side of things where we went for a top target and they turned us down, and then we didn't do what most of the stupid clubs do and panic buy the next fucking best option. And look at what that's fucking led to.
Panic buy like Jota
Only-
and Werner.
Gravenberch.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Panic
the
buy
only-
like say no
Hold on,
to
hold on,
Klopp
hold on,
for
hold on.
Brandt and Götze and get Salah and Mane. Panic
Oh
buy.
yeah, because
There's
they
only-
because they panic back because because you know what, we bid for Brandt and then he turned us down, didn't we? No,
That's not the point.
it is
There's
though because they're
only-
entirely fucking different situations.
Also, since you're mentioning previous transfers, can you tell the whole world who our plan A goalkeeper was? Don't lean back. Tell them.
Who was it?
No, you know the reality. Before
I
the
don't
Nabil
know.
Fekir thing,
Wasn't it Kevin
before
Trapp?
Nabil Fekir happened, who was Liverpool's plan A goalkeeper? No bullshit right now. Tell the world.
No idea, mate.
Jack fucking Butland. You know who plan B was? Alison Becker, mate.
Oh yeah,
That was
yeah,
plan
yeah,
B.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
hold
yeah.
on.
Are we
Just to-
believing
just
that
to
bollock
rewind.
story? That
I
bollock
don't
Who
story.
know.
wants to
Don't
be Kevin
lie.
Trapp?
People in the
Yeah,
chat
yeah,
know it.
We're
Yeah,
Go
I
going,
look
don't
at
believe
the.
that.
Go
we're,
look at the.
we're
Yeah,
going,
go
we're
on, Kevin
going,
Trapp.
we're going in the wrong
Jack
direction. We're going in the
Butland.
wrong direction.
Here,
Jack
they remember
Butland.
it.
No. Jack Butland was a recommendation by Steven Gerrard.
Yeah.
Everyone who had fucking power at recruitment at Liverpool Football Club wanted Alisson Becker. John Achterberg wanted Alisson Becker. Michael Edwards wanted Alisson Becker.
That
Steven
was
Gerrard.
before Nabil Fekir.
Yes, because guess what? We that was the fucking year before.
The 40 million that we paid for Nabil Fekir went into the Alison Becker transfer.
Yes.
Don't rewrite history.
Right, okay, Sam. So you think if we'd have bought Nabil Fekir, we would have bought Jack Butland?
Oh yeah, because we're the type of club to pay 40 for Fekir and 60 for Alison. That's so
No,
Liverpool.
No. That's
Well,
not
we
what I'm
did
saying.
that for
Do you
Virgil
think
and
Liverpool would have
Alisson.
bought Jack Butland? Because I can tell you right now, Jack Butland was not anyone with any fucking power in this football club's first choice.
If you think we would have, so do you? I'll ask you a genuine, straight up question. Do you genuinely believe if we signed Fekir, we signed Alison?
No,
Yeah. I think.
Okay, see, you're being honest, no problem.
I
So
think
whether
we
it's
have the money.
Butland or whoever the fuck,
Wouldn't
it
have had the
doesn't matter.
money.
So Alison was
the
not
money.
part of the Plan A package, factually.
Fekir
No,
was like
wouldn't it-
40 million, wasn't he?
We're
We wouldn't have had
we're
the money.
going.
We would have
we're
spent
Why
going
would
in
we-
like
no,
a
no, but
different
Hassan was just
direction.
entirely moved.
Fekir and Alison are the same
goalkeeper
summer.
target is just
The Fekir thing fell off. The 40, okay, Tom just agreed with me. Even though we disagree in the concept, he agreed with me. First of all, Plan Bs are not always bad. Plan Bs sometimes work. You know what an ambitious club does? An ambitious club goes like, okay, this is Zubimendi's profile, what we're looking at. Zubimendi says no, he's in love with the mountains of San Sebastian. Let me go get a midfielder of a similar profile to at least help this team, to at least get this team done. Because I'm sure. Okay, let me land. I'm sure Arne Slot.
We're top.
didn't. I'm sure
We're
Arne
top of
Slot.
everything. We're
Let
top of
me just say,
everything.
I'm sure
Doesn't
Arne
matter.
Slot. I'm sure Arne Slot didn't knock on Richard Hughes' door and go like, "Get me Zubimendi or no one." He said, "I want a defensive midfielder with profile 1, 2, and 3." So there are obviously options. I am so against this logic of if Plan A fails, then don't go for anyone else. Because guess what? This team still needs a left back. So using Tom's logic, okay,
Yeah.
so Robertson and Tsimikas are both shit. That's his logic. So let's assume, for the sake of argument, Robinson is our Plan A from Fulham. So we call Robinson. He says no. We should just go like, fuck it, stick with Robertson and Tsimikas. We need a centre back because Konate is made from Weetabix. If Inacio is our first target, everyone else, fuck everyone else. We're just gonna stick with Gomez and Konate forever. If we want a striker and our main target is Joker, as he says no,
my
fuck
God.
it. Let's not get anyone else because that's just our Plan A.
Guess what, Hassan? Context matters. Do you know? We had this exact same fucking debate 3 months ago, and I said to you, why couldn't Liverpool's Plan B have been internal? Plan B doesn't always have to be on the transfer market. Liverpool's plan B was quite clearly, okay, we couldn't get Zubimendi. He's clearly such a unique role, a unique opportunity that we're going to feel undervalued getting anyone else. So we'll go for plan B internally, promote Ryan Gravenberch. Let's see if we can get some more out of him because he wasn't used very well last year.
Can I give you an honest answer? The reason why that's not the case is because Gravenberch was playing in pre-season before Slot assessed the squad and told the club we wanted the DM. So, which means Gravenberch would have started anyway.
Because Hassam, we all think that it took Arnie Slot hooked Tardo in his first pre-season game, and we're all trying to play the blissful ignorance thing of saying, it took Arnie Slot an extra 4 pre-season games to figure out that he needs a DM. He knew inside the first 20 minutes. The club knew inside the first 20 minutes. In fact, the club knew from the year before.
And he played Gravenberch there anyway.
Yes.
Which means he would have started for us anyway. Hence my point.
Oh my God, it's pre-season. You know who else played in pre-season? Fabio Carvalho. Fabio Carvalho was our joint top scorer in pre-season. You know where he ended up? Fucking Brentford. Where you play in pre-season is irrelevant. For the most part, at the end of the day, Ryan Gravenberch impressed so much in pre-season that Liverpool Football Club felt comfortable with him being the plan B option. That does not mean that Liverpool should have then, with the form Ryan Gravenberch was showing in pre-season and missing out on top targets of Mendy, panic now that everyone knows that we're after a DM, so up the price more and go and buy a waste DM who's probably got less upside for more money to just end up being second fiddle.
Yeah, but you want to know, but why are you painting the most negative scenario possible, which is
because
panic?
you
Says who you panic. Anything in life, you need to have a plan B. Anything in life, even in relationships. So if you go for a girl and she says no, khalas, give up, don't get anyone else. That's not how life works. Life works in this.
Trent.
But that's not, guys. Let me just land because he just gave the worst scenario possible, which is panic. No one is asking us to panic. When you go into a transfer window, you don't just have one target and fuck everyone else. You have multiple targets. So if plan A says no, you go in for plan B. And if plan B says no, you go in for plan C. And if plan C says no, you go in for plan D. And that's how you build a football club that wants to win, that has ambition. Not a football club that signed Federico Chiesa and you all want to sit up here and blame Trent for him leaving.
Okay. So the issue that I have, this whole conversation, right? Like your predicating point that you think that because we would have bought players that would have changed Trent's mind, I think that that's ridiculous. That's beyond emotional. Because if you're telling me right now that we offered Trent $310,000 a year, which I don't even know is real, but let's just say it's true, right? And let's just say that Real Madrid don't offer that much. They offer a penny less. He's going for less money to Real Madrid. That shows me that it doesn't matter what you do. I want to go there. Who we buy makes no difference. We can talk about our transfer strategy. We can talk about plan Bs. I'm sure we all have different opinions on the way that we have gone about buying players, but that is a totally separate conversation. And our incomings and outgoings have absolutely nothing to do with the will and the desire of Trent Alexander-Arnold. Because if he's going to take less money to go somewhere else, that means that he wants to be there. If he's going to go somewhere else, that means that he wants to be there. And I don't care who we buy. If he wants to go play with Jude Bellingham, Valverde, Mbappe, Vinny, Saliba, he wants to go do Galacticos 2.0. He wants to go win it with Galacticos because the first ones weren't able to do it. It doesn't matter what FSG did or didn't do. It doesn't matter who we didn't or didn't buy. It makes no difference because his desire never changed, which is why I think talking about FSG, talking about our transfers, talking about all this stuff, it's completely irrelevant because it wouldn't make a difference because we've seen other teams buy players.
It's irrelevant in your opinion, not mine.
Which is fine.
It's irrelevant to you, not to me. This is a pylon. This is not just a new thing. This is a pylon from what's happened over the last 4 years. It's not just a new thing. We are still paying for the Harvey Elliott-Seppenberg transfer now because you pay for crimes against your football club like this. It doesn't matter that we went on to win the league. That doesn't mean that was a successful window. It was not a successful window because when you're the most attractive club in Europe, you need to take advantage. We made so many mistakes in the transfer because when we weren't talking about transfers earlier on, we're going to win the league. We have Alisson, Trent, Van Dijk, and Salah, 4 world-class players. Guess what? We had those 4 world-class players for the last 4 years and didn't win a single league title or a single Champions League. So all this Trent loves us and all this shit, it doesn't work in reality. It doesn't work in reality because they want to win. They want to succeed. When we are top of the league and you go sign Ben Davies and Ozan Kabak, What message does that send to the rest of the team? Oh yeah, we're so backing you to win the league. Fucking Ozan Kabak is pulling up, who isn't even a starter for a fucking German Bundesliga club. By the way, Wenton wasn't even a starter for fucking Norwich. That's who we signed. Ben Davies, I don't even know where the fuck he played. I know he ended up at Rangers at some point in time. That's the level of ambition that we have as an institution. But this is all. Trent should give us a fee at least before he leaves.
So the last two windows, Liverpool have, for the most part, in fact, no, I wouldn't say for the most part, for the entire part, showed ambition. One summer was good. Are you telling me Liverpool for the last two summers haven't shown ambition? Whether the ambition has come off?
No, we have not. No, we have not.
Right. Okay, so McAllister's not showing ambition, people. Sobersley, £60 million deal for one of the most highly rated youngsters.
I'm talking about last summer. You said last 2 summers.
Yeah, can I not finish my point first before you try and throw something else out there?
Yeah, but you're arguing something I didn't argue.
And guess what, Hassam? I didn't say ambition. Ambition doesn't mean you've got everything nailed 100%. Ambition means you show the willingness to. And Liverpool have had that ambition there for the last two summers. Now, whether it's all come off for different reasons, it doesn't matter. But your whole point of ambition, Liverpool are being ambitious. Liverpool are top of the league. They are top of the Champions League. Liverpool are in a winning situation with one of the best squads in Europe, as we're told every single fucking week by rivals and by the media. We are under a new manager who Trent himself has come out and praised plenty of times, seemingly loves, who is performing wonders. Not when we say wonders, it's not like Liverpool was predicted to finish 7th. We were predicted to be in a title challenge, but he's getting a lot out of players that were signed across the past 3 years who are now ready to take that step to being top players.
Over the past 3 years, you are so full of shit. Your mouth stinks. Okay. That's right. You're so full of shit. Who's our best player this season?
Mohamed Salah.
When did we sign him?
2017.
Who's our second best player this season?
Ryan Gravenberch.
When did we sign him?
Last summer.
Okay. Who's the third best player?
Virgil van Dijk.
When did we sign him?
2018.
Who's our fourth best player?
Alexis McAllister.
That's not true. You're so full of shit.
I'm
a McAllister guy.
Who are you going to say? So
you're not going to mention the likes. Okay, but here's the thing. Even your logic is flawed.
Hold on.
Okay. Let me tell you.
I'll give you Canate then.
When did we sign him?
2021. So 3 years ago.
Okay. Are we going to talk about Alisson Becker, or are you going to ignore him?
Yeah, Alisson's been injured this year. So it's hard to put him at the very top of the list of best performers when he hasn't played for 2 months.
Alisson Becker, 2017. Van Dijk, 2017. Joe Gomez,
Alisson was 2018.
Robertson, 17-18. Who gives a fuck? 2018, Andy Robertson.
Yeah.
Salah, 2018. Gakpo, who we had the praising session for him earlier. He wasn't 2023. He was 2022.
No, he's 2023.
Okay, yeah, 23 because he came in January. Yeah, 2023. Luis Diaz was the one before that.
2022.
Our 4 best players that we're building most of our arguments on are all from 2017, 2018, 2017, 2018. The one
we've just fucked off Ryan Gravenberch in that conversation.
1 second. The one exception to the rule is Ryan Gravenberch, who we have signed recently.
Yeah, right.
In terms of this season, but the rest of the players are like the old guard is still there. So when you show ambition is also execution. Ambition is not just I am interested.
Okay, Sam.
Because if we go off of the rumors that we're interested in someone, then we are the fucking most ambitious club in the universe because we're interested in fucking everyone. We're interested in Mbappe. We're interested in Bellingham. We're interested in Caicedo. But it's about executing that interest.
I am going to ask you a simple question. I'm going to ask you a simple question right now.
Disregarding what our manager said.
Give me a second.
What our manager said at the start of the season.
Kmack. I just want to ask Hassan one question.
He said he didn't want to sign anyone.
I just want to ask Hassan one
question.
He's
not going to come out publicly and say the club has
the squad. He's done a good
job.
But
he's not going to come out publicly and say I've been done that.
Hassan, if you're on about ambition and going into the market, and we established that our best player this season has been Mohamed Salah, who should Liverpool have went out and signed in the last 2 summers to replace to be better for Liverpool than Mohamed Salah, who was the best in the world in his position and arguably the best player on the planet? Who should Liverpool have signed to show ambition to be better than Mohamed Salah? Who should Liverpool have signed at centre-back to show more ambition than Virgil van Dijk? Who should Liverpool have signed in goal to show more ambition than Alisson Becker? In the positions where Liverpool have... No.
Your logic is so shit.
It is.
No, it's not. I'm not saying we should upgrade on Salah, Alisson, Van Dijk, and Trent. I'm saying they're there. We should upgrade on the rest. I'm saying Zubimendi, he says no, go get plan B. We needed a new left back. Me and you agreed in the summer. We needed a new centre back. Me and you agreed in the summer. I'm sorry, actually, you wanted to keep Sepp Vandenberg. Embarrassing. And I wanted a new forward.
Choice, by the way.
And I wanted a new forward. Gakpo, Diaz, Nunes, Jota, Chiesa are all upgradable on. Curtis Jones, Harvey Elliott, Wataru Endo are all upgradable on. I'm not talking about their form. I'm talking about can you upgrade? The answer is yes. Center back options, they're all upgradable on. Left back, hell yeah, they're upgradable on. No one is asking us to upgrade on Alisson, Trent, Van Dijk, and Salah. I'm asking us to upgrade on the rest.
So then don't beat the squad with the stick of you've got Alisson, Van Dijk.
No,
Salah,
I'm
and
saying
Trent.
our 4 world-class players are there from
No,
2017.
but Hassam, you did though, because you said who's Liverpool's best player being the season? Salah. Who's the second best player being Van Dijk? Who's the third best player being Alisson? So why are they all best? They're all our best players from the old guard. Yes, because they're the best in the fucking world in their position.
Look,
What I don't understand
ambition.
is you're talking about all of these players. Like, there's loads of people in the chat writing all of these positions that we need to sign in. Where would we be? We're top of everything. Like, would we be top by more? Like the only reason,
I mean, it's a
the only reason
possibility.
we're not
It's a
top by
possibility.
more is because our goalkeeper did a clanger.
Yeah, we're
And we
top.
had
Well,
a
listen,
bozo moment from Robbo again.
we are top of the league
Like-
in spite of the ownership, not
Like,
because
that's
of the
it.
ownership.
And we've got a shit
We're
number
top.
9.
We're top in
And
spite
we've
of
got a
them.
shit number 9. Like, did anyone think that we needed a new number 9 last season? The start of the
Yes,
season.
yes, I did.
We did. Yeah, we did. But
Yeah, I
anyone
did.
else? Because they're still singing Nunes.
I'm not singing
Sam,
Nunes.
just
Fuck
bring
that
him
guy. If he goes to Milan, I'll buy Milan shirt.
Me too.
Sorry,
I'll learn
Sam,
Italian.
don't need to see it.
Let Jamie have the final word so we can do super chats
Yeah,
and end this.
yeah.
I think ambition can be seen in different ways. Yeah, ambition can be seen in Tom's way, and ambition can be seen in a Sam's way. I think ambition is a different way. You know, people have a different way of looking at what ambition is. You know, I look at our summer transfer window. I think we had a better transfer window than Man City and Arsenal, and we didn't buy anyone. For me, Arsenal bought players in the summer that just that weren't better than their first 11. They just bought basic squad players to fill a hole. You know, they didn't buy players that improved their football team. You know, so what's the point of buying them if they're not going to improve your football team? Does that show ambition just because you just went in the transfer market? Not all the time. You know, you look at Man City. Man City actually out FSG Liverpool this year. Do you know how mad that is? Yeah, they sold a couple of their really good players, let really good youth players leave that are now, you know, Cole Palmer and people like that are actually doing business. You know, that would actually improve their team right now, but let them go, didn't replace them, made a profit, and now they've got old legs and they're, you know, and they're floundering right now. So ambition can be looked at different ways. Can Liverpool do more in the future? Hopefully they can. Did I expect a lot of transfer business done this summer? Probably not, because the whole aspect of Liverpool Football Club changed in one summer. You know, Klopp and his whole team left. Everyone in the background left. You had to put a new team together. So they didn't really have enough time to scout the market for players that a new manager would want in one summer. So I'm waiting till next summer. If next summer they don't do the business next summer, I think we could all sit down around the table and have a real conversation about the club. But you know, but right now I'm looking at the ambition for the football club, and it can just be seen by different ways. You know, I'm going to put it this way: I don't give a fuck who plays for us at the moment. If we win the league title, I'm going to Liverpool when we win the league title, waving my flag, waving my scarf, getting absolutely naked, getting absolutely pissed, and having the greatest time of my life. So you know, it's all good.
I hear you. I hear you.
I'll do quite.
Listen, at the end of the
quite a
day,
bit
we all want to win the league. That's just the reality. We all want to win the league. We're all happy our team is top of the league. But to claim the ownership is the reason is just so disingenuous to Arne Slot's fantastic work. This is genuinely, Arne Slot has shocked the fuck out of us all, whether you wanted him or not. No one expected us to be this good, and that's my only point with it. But anyway, listen.
I understand one thing on that.
Super quick.
Hang on, Mike. Do we have to give FSG credit for bringing the right manager in a smooth transition after Jurgen Klopp? We have to give them a little bit of credit for that, because
of course, 100%.
Jurgen Klopp is a legend
much.
of the game. A legend of
This
the game.
much.
Jurgen Klopp is a legend of the game. No matter what people think about his football or anything like that, he's a legend of the game, and he's going to have a statue at Liverpool. Liverpool fans love him to death, right? everyone said we were going to dip like that after Klopp left,
Mhm.
because that's what usually happens when legends of your team as a manager leave your football club, yeah? But they made sure they got the right guy in who had the right philosophy. You look at Almarin job, as they call him now. You look at Almarin, yeah, at Man United, right? He has completely destroyed Man United inside out almost since he's been there by playing a formation that don't suit them, by playing a system that don't suit them. Van Nistelrooy actually did a better job. They should have just kept Nistelrooy until the summer, then got Almarin in the summer when they got his players in. It's gone a bit wrong for him.
No, Jamie, I've never. Me and you had a conversation on Kopish 3 years ago.
Yeah.
I have always given FSG praise for the stuff that they've done right, which is renovating the stadium.
That's all
which
they've
is
done right,
like-
by the way. That's all they've done right this summer.
Yeah, they hired Klopp. They hired. I'm 100% with you. The hiring of Slot is 100% a correct thing on their CV. No one disagrees with that whatsoever.
That's all I'm saying.
That's the thing. Okay, let me just do these super chats before we wrap up the stream, guys. Are you not entertained? This was probably my favorite Liverpool show because we went all out today.
Where has our Achilles heel been, by the way? Just we spent all this time arguing over our Achilles. I just wanted to make that small point. That's all.
What do you mean, our Achilles?
All right, Troy.
Well, I mean, we all come to the consensus that we have a defensive liability. We all come to the consensus that we have an offensive superiority. Now, which day we decide to be good, which day we decide to be shit, 'tis life, hot, cold. All I'm saying is thought. That's it. Just a thought.
I hear you. Okay. Big up everyone locked in, guys. Are you not entertained? 500 likes now. Let's end the stream on 500 likes. And please go subscribe to all these guys' channel as well. I'm going to add Tom Little's channel in the description. Even though he raises my blood pressure. Tom is good for burning calories. Like, it's just, I'm gonna buy a boxing bag one day.
Some calories there as well, though.
Yeah. I'm gonna buy a boxing bag one day, just have Tom's face on it. I'm gonna be the best boxer in the world. Big up to Ndal says this club is a disgrace with greedy, money-hungry, pathetic, disrespectful owners. 3 of our top players are struggling for contract and nothing done yet. We will lose them. And then he continues. He says the disgrace part is the other club like Real Madrid renew a contract for a player while he's injured, knowing that he's going to be out the whole season. This is what real owners do who love the game should be like.
Liverpool done the exact same thing for Virgil van Dijk and Oxlade-Chamberlain.
But that's not his point. Because he's talking about the 3 that have contract expire in 3 days, mate.
The contracts aren't up in 3 days, mate.
They're not up in 3 days now.
They can sign pre-contracts in 3 days, mate. Tomato.
They're not doing that. One of them might. One of them might.
One of them might.
Can we also mention as well the fact that Arne Slot won't stop talking about Isak? Just saying. He's mentioned Isak.
That is so not a Liverpool transfer.
No,
just not that.
Newcastle
thinking about it.
Newcastle just slapped 150 million on him. So no one.
Yeah, we ain't gonna pay. We ain't gonna pay that. We ain't gonna pay that.
Don't suit us.
Mike been waffling all stream, shaking my head, emotional. Imagine after I say Florentino Perez is win at all costs, he said that's an emotional take. No, it's not. Big up to Haitian Guru says Martinelli and Gakpo are the same GA for the season, but Don Hussam thinks Gakpo is awesome. Martinelli is crap. Make it make sense. You have the audacity to compare Martinelli to Gakpo, you fucking fraud.
Hang on, I've got to look at that. I've got to look.
First of all, no one compares just using GA. You have to talk about a lot of different things. Martinelli dribbles with his head to the ground. He's a disgrace to the country of Brazil. And you're talking about Samba de Janeiro, Martinelli. It just doesn't apply. You get me?
It's actually offensive to Brazilian wingers to call Martinelli a Samba winger. He can't even beat his man.
Martinelli has 5 GA this season.
Yeah, it ain't the same.
I did this on the last stream we did, bro.
That's wrong.
Yeah, it ain't the same, mate. My problem with this opinion is what Tom is saying, that there's all rumors and you're talking all the shit on him instead of backing him and showing him support. Maybe that keeps him here.
Ed, if Trent Alexander-Arnold decides he's going to turn down a contract extension at Liverpool because Tom Little from Liverpool said he wouldn't get a good farewell if he left, then I think there's bigger problems to have there. When Trent plays and there's not a situation where he's signed a contract, he's going to have my 100% support. But we do need to have discussions like this.
It's healthy.
When we play against West Ham tomorrow, 5:15, and he starts that game, I'll be his biggest fucking supporter.
And by the way,
we need to have conversations like this. And if that man decides he doesn't want to sign a contract because I said he'd get a shit farewell, and people would boom in the crowd if it came out they'd signed a contract with Real Madrid before the season was over, so be it.
And by the way, no one has questioned Trent's ability. So that's not been a thing.
No.
Trent's ability is up there, second to none. We all know that. But I'll tell you one thing: if Trent does sign for Liverpool, that's a finger up to Real Madrid. That puts him up there with Gerrard as a legend almost.
That's huge. That's
Yeah.
huge.
I hear you.
Yeah.
Tom, you're 100% correct, is what Nadal is saying.
Cheers, Nadal, mate.
Big up to Jimmy, who says Owen wasn't playing for a great Liverpool team like Trent. I know Tom is trying to separate them at the time of move hype.
Ironically, Owen at the time of the Madrid move done the best thing because we got a fee for him.
Yeah.
Fuck the fee, okay? You're talking about emotions. Once a man can never read, I can never ever displace
know
that.
that.
Obviously now, but I'm
No, that.
Fuck
again,
that guy. I hate
at
him,
the point
genuinely.
of the move.
Tom,
We didn't
I
have the
just
chance
said
to buy
you're
him back,
correct
by the
at
way.
time of the
Benitez
move,
said no.
but because he moved to Man United, there is the hatred comes.
I do feel for Mark Owen. I ain't gonna lie because
I've got no
do.
sympathy for him.
Did you
I
see
don't-
that?
He's a mancrat.
Did you see that?
30 mank little rat fucking signing for Man
Did you
United.
see that interview he did? He did that interview where he goes to Liverpool games. He watches Liverpool games, and all he hears is players like Divock Origi's name being cheered, Darwin Núñez's name being cheered, and like he said, none of them are good enough to lace my boots. But
They've already won Champions League for Liverpool.
That's what happened.
If Michael Owen didn't have weird fancies about being a Galactico just to hold bench behind Ronaldo, we would have won a Champions League.
Yeah, none of them played for Man United, mate.
to be fair,
Real
he
wants-
he played with him. He got 14 goals for Real Madrid playing with Ronaldo.
He was
to be
brilliant for Real Madrid. It's
fair.
just
Good.
they had too many good players. I think.
Real wants Super League. How many Champions League will Trent win? Super League is not going to happen, Arjan. This is a coping mechanism.
It's the
I
Super League
appreciate
anyway.
you. Thank you. Sir.
Yeah,
FSG signed one player for slot and left him to fail. Big question: Sam, can Trent have sustainable success under FSG like my club Madrid? No, and that's my point. That's literally my point. Sustainable success has been proven as a no since we won the league title. I was looking down at peasants like Arsenal, and now Arsenal are in the title race with me. The reason why that happened, because for the last 4 years we fucked up every single transfer window, and that's the reality of the situation. So, big up to you, Sam. Sell him. Why give him the opportunity to get more trophies here if he doesn't want to be here? Because I want to win the trophy as a fan of Liverpool Football Club. I'd love us to win the fucking Premier League. And I think Trent is going to play a big role in that, like he did in the game against Newcastle, like he did in multiple games. You know why? One and why? Because he's a right back that makes a difference. And Conor Bradley cannot lace Trent's boots. This is just the reality of the conversation. But big up to you, my guy. This one. Big up to Ed. W's in the chat for Ed, man. Big up to Ed again. Sends all the big donations. Big up to you, Ed. Would you sign a contract in January? Last year, your manager says he's leaving because he's exhausted and he doesn't know what this manager is going to bring to the team. Like, you got to let it play out and hope he chooses us.
That's what Tom
Respond.
said, though, to be fair.
Yeah,
That's what Tom said.
That is true.
Trent Alexander-Arnold, like I said, based on the situation with his last contract and the way that he's acted around this season, he's already made his decision in my mind. I think he already knows what he's going to do. And I think nothing would change that, as much as I disagree with the decision and as much as I think it does tarnish his legacy at the football club. I think he's already made that decision.
It is
I
funny
think he made it before last season.
It is funny when Paul Joyce came out the other day and said that Liverpool are quite comfortable with Mo and Virgil's contract situation going into January because they believe they don't want to leave the football club. Not once did they mention Trent in that statement.
Yeah. And that's the bit I mentioned as well.
It's going to be jokes when Trent signs that new deal, boy.
I think Trent signs, G. I think all three sign. I think all three sign.
The mad thing about it, G, is if he does sign in like a couple of months' time and he
I think
signs for
all
like
three sign.
mad money, there's still going to be some of our fan base that are going to be pissed.
No,
The way this has been
I
done.
agree. Yeah. I agree.
The way this has been done.
I don't think it's about money. I really don't. I don't think it's about financials. I just feel like I keep saying it with Trent. He's just torn. He's got the biggest club in the world after him, and he thinks he's at the biggest club in Liverpool. You know, because he's a Scouser, so he's torn at the moment.
Yeah.
You know,
I hear
that's all it is. But look, I think all three do sign. I think they sign Trent up. I think they sign Mo up, and I think they sign Virgil up. And we have a big
His
party.
best mate is basically sat there going, look, My family got me.
Can be a Ballon d'Or
Mega
nominee
bucks.
instead of crossing it to Nunes.
My family got
Um,
me mega bucks. My dad got 10 million. My mum got 20 million.
The thing with the Ballon d'Or stuff,
And he's
most
with his
Salah-
brother. He's with Trent's brother as well. And he's like, "Oh, okay. How much can I
No.
get?"
with the Ballon d'Or stuff,
Look
yeah,
at it.
Mo Salah could literally win the Ballon d'Or at Liverpool next year. I mean, that's a possibility.
Yeah, but we need to win trophies for that to happen. If we do win the Prem and the Champs, then and also look at what Mo's doing. Like you need to be unworldly, you know, to
Trent's
do
never
something.
go. Look, Trent's never go. Look, Paleo Maldini is my favourite ever defender. He never won the Ballon d'Or. I don't think anyway. In my
I hear
lifetime, I watched.
I
So
hear.
Trent's not that level. So he's never going to win the Ballon d'Or, no matter if he
He's
goes
got
around
more of a
Yeah,
chance.
it's
He's
not-
got
it's
more
not
of a
gonna-
chance being the standout at Liverpool and
It's
another
not even
cog in
done
the
how
Madrid.
good you are no more. Anyway, it's done over the goals you score and how popular you are.
Mhm.
Now. So
Mm.
it doesn't even matter, bro. I don't
Like-
even rate it no more. It used to be
No.
actually because you were good. Now it's just so
Like,
who's
Trent's going
popular
to
now.
win the Ballon d'Or for someone else because he'll provide the goals.
This is all on
Like
FSG. I
Mbappe,
wouldn't begrudge
Vinny.
Trent from leaving. 99% of people who are offered a better job would go. What does Richard Hughes do at the club? According to Tom, he shows ambition by wanting people but not executing, because wanting someone and not getting it over the line. Well done for the ambition, mate. You wanted Zubamendi. Did you get him over the line? No. By the way, you want to know why you didn't get him over the line? Because we wanted to pay more money, but pay it over a longer period of time for the FFP rules that we have fucked anyway, because we don't sign anyone. So we could have just paid the fucking release clause, got the player in. But instead, we gave him a day to be seduced by all the strippers in Sociedad, and here we are. So yeah, big up to
It's
you.
not how it
Um,
works, but okay.
I thought it was his wife, but anyway.
Fair enough. FSG could get 300 million. They will buy no one. Exactly, Andrew. That's my point. Me getting money for him makes no difference. Because guess what? We made 90 million, 80 million. We signed fucking Chiesa for 10. So
Oh, are we
Yeah.
going to
Like
do
they
this
spend-
whole
they
thing
bought
again?
us for
Whenever
20
Liverpool
million,
sell
so
big under FSG, Liverpool spend that money.
But
yeah,
Hussam-
okay. Where's the 80 million?
But Hussam, they did buy us for 300 million, so they would spend it if they have it.
Where's the 80 million, Tom?
80 million from what?
From last summer's fucking sales. Where are they?
Going into the next summer's probably.
Oh yeah, okay, going okay.
I think
Fair
I
enough.
think
Sam,
if you had-
why didn't we spend the 142 million we got for Coutinho in the January? Oh
That's
my
not the
God.
point.
Didn't we?
Not the point.
Didn't we-
Don't be intellectually dishonest. You said we always spend it. That's bullshit. We
Didn't
don't
we, have
understand.
to, didn't we have to spend an extra
That's
60
bullshit.
million
We
on
don't
the
understand
stadium?
it. We've made
have to
profit
spend
for the
an
last
extra
4 years. We have less net spend than Spurs. Friendly reminder: Gakpo, not Gapco. Big Mac. Hey, the people have been speaking up against this whole Kmack Gapco thing. Big up to you, my guy Dimitri.
I'm going to say it wrong forever now.
It's like all the old Scousers with Firmino. They used to call him Firmino. It was just an
It's
extra.
actually
Oh,
E
yeah.
in
Gakpo,
wrong
but
as well,
you know,
mate.
Yeah.
let's not be
Big
similar.
up for me. Big up to Ty, who says Trent is not free for Real Madrid regardless. They'll pay transfer money in the form of a crazy signing on a fee anyway. The difference is who gets what money. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like even Mbappe, you're gonna have to pay the agent and the sign-on clause and all that shit anyway.
Did you see what Mbappe's on? I did this today because I've always said it. Free transfers is actually a myth. You actually pay more on a free transfer than if you bought them. So Mbappe's signing on fee was £153 million. And because he's a free transfer, his wages are £1.2 million a week.
I hear you.
It's just mad. And that's not even the agent fee included.
Yeah, that's what Ty is talking about here, saying Madrid did not get Mbappe for free, 150 million plus the signing on fee. Yeah.
Well,
See?
that's what Haaland cost, man.
Ambition right there. Ambition, willingness to win, not emotional, like someone said. Big up to Oysum, says this pizza, Trent Alexander-Arnold contract is giving me the shits. That's a bad pizza right there, Oysum. Pizza should never give you the shits, ever. You know, even if it's spicy.
Domino's always does, I ain't gonna lie.
I love Domino's. We're playing
No, have you
football.
noticed that Domino's? Have you noticed that Domino's though? Why is Domino's going off topic here on pizza? But why is Domino's the only pizza in the world that when you take the pizza out the box, there's pizza sweat in the box? There is no other pizza does that. There's pizza sweat in the box. Only Domino's. What's that about, man? What's that about?
That's not from the
Big
pizza,
up the
Jamie.
pizza sweat, man. Big up. That's all that grease right there. You get me? That's what makes it taste good.
Why gives you the shits? Why gives you the shits?
Big up to Jimmy, who says we're playing football manager. Carvajal is a better right back. I disagree. I think Trent is a better right back, but that's fine. If you think it's Carvajal, I'm not going to fight you about it. Big up to LFC Stu, who says they only want Trent to save money to buy the next Galactico. If Trent had 2+ years left, Real wouldn't be interested and would go for Porro, etc. Me and Tom already debunked that. They would still go for Trent because they're looking at best player in position in the world. That's why they're looking at the likes of Saliba. That's why they're looking at the best players. Listen,
Wait,
here's the thing.
Can you wait? Hold on. Who's up? Can you correct my memory? How many bids did Real Madrid make financially to Liverpool over the last 3 years since we've been connected? How many offers have they made, and what was the financial number that they offered each time?
They haven't bid for anyone at Liverpool.
Exactly. So there you go. Now all of a sudden, no bid needed. The interest is insurmountable.
That's the worst logic possible.
Yes.
What do you mean that's the worst logic possible?
Because they're just making it about Madrid.
You're saying, no, you're saying they really wanted him.
You're making it about Madrid, Liverpool, and Madrid in general.
Okay, I know that, but this is about a specific situation, not about Madrid in general. It clearly says Trent. So you said that I was wrong because they would still go after Trent. So please tell me, over the last 3 seasons, when we've been connected with him every single summer, how many offers have they made up until the point where he's free?
Why would they need to make an offer until this summer? Danny Carvajal has been there.
Again,
Yes.
it's still your logic. It's still your logic. They want the best player in every position. If they wanted him, they would have bought him.
Yeah, and
So
Yeah,
it's
because they're
literally
building
that
the Galacticos now. That's what I'm saying. So what
simple.
they started
You're
off
just-
with the midfield.
We're not
They've
going to see
built
this
their
the same.
midfield. They've built their forward line. They've got the keeper. Now they're gonna do the four at the back. That's what they're doing. That's why they want Saliba. They don't care about money, bro. This is Real Madrid. They're gonna pay as much money as possible. Why would Trent leave the Premier League for La Liga? It's a downgrade. Yes, the league is a downgrade, but not the team, because Real Madrid is an upgrade on Liverpool Football Club. Unfortunately, you get me. That's the reality. They're the biggest club in the world. So
no club's an
Yeah.
upgrade on Liverpool for a Scouser.
The
Or
league-
always should be.
I hear you, Tom. Fans blame Trent while FSG get away with it again. That's what I'm saying. They will forever get away with it. Salah and Van Dijk have publicly said that they want to stay. If they leave, they'll somehow find a way to make this about Salah and Van Dijk's fault. Oh, they should have accepted 1 year. Oh, they should have accepted 6 months, blah, blah, blah. I already know how it goes. I've been there, done that. Everything is
getting away
always
with that.
someone else's fault. It's never FSG's fault.
They're not getting
according
away
to
with
me.
that. If they don't
They
get signed up, those two, and they clearly come out and said that they want to stay, if we don't sign them up, then the FSG are going to be held accountable for that. They really are, because they're the ones who just let them go.
Sam,
Not having
even people who've abused me and you in the past for being FSGOs, I've spoke to them. If Mohamed Salah doesn't get a contract and Van Dijk doesn't sign a contract, they'll get it off them as well. Like this is the closest you'll get to
I hope you are.
FSGOs, isn't it?
I've been FSG in for a while, but like if they don't sign those two up, then that is just that's
I
just
hear you.
unforgivable. Like
This would be like another
clearly
man
come out.
taking a wife.
They clearly come out and said they want to stay. Like they clearly
I
come
hear
out and said it.
I hear you. This will be another man stealing a wife you adore. Trent will leave those he has always claimed he wants to walk with. F him is what Morton is saying.
What
I
if you
hear
hate
you.
your wife? What if you hate your wife and you're not bothered?
What if your wife lacks ambition?
The
Big up to you, Morton. Big up to you. Big up to City, who says fans will accept Bradley now. Trent so far ahead. Yeah, you cannot listen. Bradley is not the fucking Trent replacement. It's just there's levels to this, mate.
Can I say the thing about Bradley? Yeah, look, with Trent, when Trent came through Liverpool and in for the academy to the first team, he pretty much, when he played, he stayed, and he's still there now as our right back. Yeah, he made many mistakes in his first year settling into that right back position. Difference with Conor Bradley. Conor Bradley will play 1 or 2 games and he's out because he only plays if Trent's not available. We don't know how good Conor Bradley can be because he's never has a sustained period of games.
Conor Bradley had 1 run last year and he was brilliant in it.
Yeah, so Conor Bradley could be good. We just don't know because he's never had that sustained run of period of
He
time.
could be good, but he's never going to be as good as Trent, is my point. Number one. Number two, there's also the opposite. Yeah, I accept what you're saying could happen, but there's also the other side of the argument, which is he could come in, play like, a consistent season and go like, fucking hell, this is not what we thought it was. Because I feel like there is a bit of revisionism, just a bit on the Bradley thing, because we're acting like every game he played like he did against Madrid. That's not the reality. The reality is he played unbelievably well against Madrid, and he had bad and good games. So it's been a mixed bag. Like certain games he's been maybe ineffective, certain games he's been really good.
Which bad games has he had?
I'm saying in general, his Liverpool career. In general,
The first game I really remember Conor Bradley was bagging against fucking Chelsea.
Yeah,
that's not a bad game.
I'm talking about the
one
bad
thing-
game against Forest as an
The
example.
one thing,
Oh,
the one
Kim,
thing
it
It was
about
a
Bradley,
moment, not a bad game. It was just a moment in the game. We
the one
dominated
thing
it.
about
Moments
Bradley,
cost you games, just like Keller had a bad game against Newcastle. That's why Alisson doesn't have that moment.
Yeah,
Hence,
but
you win.
He sent
the
him
point.
inside in the defender, which was, I think, Kwanzaa was too close.
Canate.
I'm
It
not
was Canate.
blaming
Yeah.
him
No,
individually.
that was
How does my praise of Bradley get turned into me dissing
No, but
Bradley?
you said
How have we
No,
praised him? You just said he had a bad
I'm
game against
saying
Nottingham
we're
Forest.
revising his Liverpool career and acting like every game he did, he
I
played
think,
like he
I
did
think
against
you're
Madrid.
revising it, Sam.
No, I'm not saying every game he played like he did against Madrid. I'm not saying he's shit. I'm not saying he's amazing. I'm saying he's a very good player. He's a very good right back. He's not Trent's level. And if we do give him a sample size, he could be really good, or he could in games cost us, maybe like he did against Forest or like a Kelleher did against Newcastle. We all rate Kelleher, but if Alisson was in net against Newcastle, we win the game. Perfect example. That's why a world-class player gives you a bigger chance of winning. That's my point.
Has Trent
Can
not
I
cost
just say
his
one?
games
Can
in
I
the
just
past
say
2
one
years?
thing about Bradley? Can I say one thing about Bradley that we're kind of not putting into context
Yes.
is Bradley doesn't play with the first team, doesn't play with the best players. When Bradley came in last season, he was playing with a makeshift centre back as well. So he had a young centre back next to him. He also had a wasn't our greatest midfield either. This year, he hasn't had the best team with him either, because he hasn't played that many games, and the games that he's played haven't been with the full set. So
I hear you.
you give
I
him
hear
a run, with Knaate and Virgil van Dijk and Alisson, you might be having a different conversation
I
about
mean,
Bradley. That's all I'm saying.
Conor Bradley has had a couple of starts this year. I think you look at them. Brighton, he started in the league, and that was the only difference there. He's had Quansah instead of Canate as his partner. Bradley was brilliant in that game. He started Real Madrid, which was as full strength as you could get, bar Trent Alexander-Arnold for Bradley, and he was arguably man of the match that day. When Bradley is put into an environment with the first team, or as close to a first team as Liverpool can put together that time, he doesn't look out of place. The only game, the Nottingham Forest game, no, but this is the point. I don't think he's had as many bad games as people try and make out. I think that Nottingham Forest wasn't a great moment, but on the whole, there's not much he can do in that performance because he's then played.
I never said that either, Tom. I never said that either. I said the revisionism part is acting like his performance against Madrid was his performance every time. That's all I said.
Yeah,
But you said he's had good and he's had
Yeah,
bad.
that's what I'm saying, Jamie. I'm not saying he's
Yeah,
bad
I
or anything.
agree.
I'm just saying he didn't play every game like he did against Madrid, did he? That's what I'm saying.
I agree with what you're saying. I think with Conor Bradley that he's if he did take over Trent as our right back, I still think he'd do a very good job. He'd just be a different kind of right back. You know,
Yeah.
there's no right back that has got Trent's ability on the ball in Europe world football. I haven't seen it. So you can't ask Conor Bradley to do that, but he'll do things maybe a little bit differently to what Trent does. Maybe he will overlap more and free up areas on the right-hand side where he makes the pitch wider and gives us more opportunities. And
Yeah, maybe Bradley's more traditional, if you would like.
yeah, maybe like that. So, and he can still be a very good right back, but he's just different to Trent, you know. So finding finding someone like Trent as a right back with his ability on the ball in world football is extremely difficult. It's probably
the argument is not being made that Conor Bradley's better than Trent. The argument being made by me is that
different, ain't he? Different. Yeah.
The argument that I'm making is that I don't think that there's many right backs who are going to be on the market that aren't going to be massively overpriced that will do a much better job than Conor Bradley would in this team.
I agree.
Spoken just like an FSG spokesperson. Big up to Ty, who says he will never get less money. Signing on fee is what Ty is saying.
We should just create a footballer. We should just go on Football Manager. We should click create a player, and then we'll give him all 99 overall stats, and then he can be our replacement.
No one said that.
Because that's just the way that things work. I mean, seriously, bro. Why are we sitting here?
Hyperbole bullshit all the time. No one said that.
You guys are sitting here and you're talking about Trent like it's 2019. You're talking about Trent like it's 17 GA. Like,
I agree with you. It's just a random player.
Come in and do a job.
Into this conversation.
Okay? Look at.
I agree with you. That's why. Why don't Madrid want Robertson?
Trent Alexander-Arnold has won us 2 points this season. 2 points. That's what he has won us. You were sitting here
Disagree
dying over
completely
a
with
player.
that.
What do you mean disagree completely?
Disagree
You want us
completely.
to
He's
win
locked
against
off
Newcastle?
every winger he's come
No,
up against
bullshit.
defensively.
Total
He's
bullshit.
Nah,
lost us
that's
2
wrong
points.
because
Konate
he
has
Yes,
won.
he
never.
has.
Lost
He
us
literally
2
locked up
points.
every
Nah,
winger
that's
for LA.
incorrect, bro. That's incorrect.
He locked up every winger. he's
That's
come
not
up
the
against.
hill
And
you
you
want to
guys
die
just
on.
said
That's not
that
the
we've
hill you
been getting attacked down the right and down
I'm
that
gonna
side.
die.
How is
Listen,
he
Trent.
locked up
Trent
everyone?
is my
He's on
guy.
zero.
The goals come
He's
from
on
that
0
side. That don't make
points.
sense.
Konate has been the person who locks up those wings. Trent ushers them to Konate. Now that Konate's
make
gone,
sense.
all of a
That's
sudden we
bullshit.
conceded.
Trent has had so many good moments defensively this
Okay,
season.
okay.
We criticize him for him going forward. Tom, 100% correct. Big up Tom is what Morton is saying.
Fulham.
And then Castor
Thank you,
says the
Morton.
truth.
Fulham.
Tom is never 100% correct. Maybe 20%, but never 100%. I agree with this. He's
To be
never
fair,
100%.
Castor's been
100% has never existed.
Castor's been at my neck for a couple of streams now, so getting this is like as big a
Yeah,
compliment
hold
Castor
that.
would pay me.
Morton's been on my neck 3 years. So why didn't you
People
say
are
Morton
saying
has been more
Spurs. We
times
won
then?
that game 6-3.
Because
We won
Morton's
that game
praising me.
6-3.
Yeah, exactly. You're disingenuous fraud. That's why.
Too right I am when it
Um,
comes to you because you're disingenuous to me.
I'm not disingenuous at all. You said Quans is better than Konate. Big up to Jimmy who says, Saka out. Please talk on Arsenal's title chances. Arsenal, you must. You have everything you need. There is no excuses. I don't want no bullshit excuses. Simple answer. If you're an Arsenal fan, you must win this league. Hazard or Giggs?
Whoa.
What?
Arsenal don't have everything they need. They have got a shit forward line.
No, don't say this. Don't say this publicly. Don't say this publicly.
Okay, Arsenal got a tremendous forward line. They got everything they need. Sorry.
Yes, we must apply pressure on these frauds. Come on, man. Apply pressure on those scumbags. Arsenal, you must. Let's go.
Carry on.
Arsenal, you fucking must. You better win this league.
Carry on.
Big up to Jimmy says Hazard or Giggs, genuine technical conversations. I mean, technically, of course, Hazard's better in my opinion.
No, Ryan Giggs was a baller, man. Even a Man United player, Ryan
No,
Giggs.
he's not technically better than Hazard, though.
No, Ryan Giggs.
Giggs is a great player.
Technique-wise,
It's
Hazard
hard,
is
it's
like-
hard to judge though because Giggs did something that Hazard didn't, which was move position. Giggs ended up playing centre mid towards the back end and
Okay.
didn't look out of place. Where it's a
But to be
different
fair,
kind
the
of skill
question
set.
is technical. He's just talking about like
Yeah, just
Technical
technique.
ability, I'd still
Giggs
go
attack.
Giggs. I'd still go Giggs. Giggs played in an era as well where he got the shit kicked out of him.
Fair enough.
But to say
fair enough.
technically better than
He's not
Hazard,
technically
Yeah,
better.
I think
Hazard
he's
is one of the
It's just
most
maybe
technical
it's-
footballers
Giggs,
we've ever
question.
seen.
Giggs
Hazard
used to
is better.
turn people inside out with his dribbling skills.
You notice the two.
Forget
You
about
know,
Oh, what was Hazard doing? Hazard was
you know-
the closest thing we've had to Messi that I've ever seen. Like
You know-
Hazard
you
was
know-
doing
That-
stupid
Giggs was
stuff.
doing that
It's
20
not, this
years
isn't even
before
a
No, he
question.
wasn't.
Hazard
Nah,
didn't
nah,
even
he wasn't.
practice.
Nah,
Hazard
Giggs,
is by far better. He didn't even show up
Yeah.
to training.
It's not even about the who's better. Like I agree with what Jamie's saying. Like
Giggs
Giggs
was
in terms
techie,
of
but just a
overall
scumbag
career,
human.
of course.
That's all.
But if we're
Yeah, but
talking
we're not
about
asking about the
technical,
exactly, G.
yeah, that's what I'm
We're
saying.
not-
Technical
we're talking
ability,
career
Hazard
and the assist
shits
and goals.
all over Ryan Giggs. Like that
We're
is not even
talking
a
about
competition.
the technically gifted
I
footballer.
agree
Can I
with
just
you,
ask, I just want to ask one question and then
Overrated.
let me just do these super chats because this is Oppenheimer settings. One question just quickly. Endz, Salah
Yeah.
or Hazard?
Salah, bro. As a,
Oh,
I've said
okay.
this,
fair enough,
I've said
fair enough.
this is the thing with some, bro. I know some of these guys don't watch the channel anyway. They don't listen, bro. I
Yeah,
said
we're getting
this,
them to
Salah is better,
subscribe.
bro.
Subscribe to Football with Endz. Facts.
I stick to my guy, bro.
Endz does chat Salah.
If
up
you're
a
asking
lot,
about
to be fair.
technical,
He does
then
chat Salah.
what was the question?
No. Technique. I know Hazard has better.
Okay,
technique.
okay, all right. As long as
You know,
the-
but that's
you know,
never been my argument. I will never say Salah has better technique than Hazard. I'm not fraudulent. Like I actually accept there are technically better players. But yeah, that's
I commented this on G's channel when he was doing the show about it, and as I said on there, they're all world class. They're all world class players that do different things. Let's just enjoy them all. Simple as that.
If Jay Spearing ran down his contract to go on a free, would he be labeled a traitor? Trent is only a traitor because he's good. Double standards. To be fair, there is. It's not
if
just
Jay Spearing
there's
was in a
an
position
element-
to run his contract down for free, I think Liverpool are in a much worse state.
Is he still
no, but
in the
listen,
21?
Still
here's the
here.
thing. Let me just give him
Still
a quick
there.
response. Let me just give him a quick response to this. This has an element of truth to it. The reason why we are upset is because Trent is actually a fucking elite player. You know, that's the point. So
Yeah, it's an elite. It's an elite.
yeah,
scout,
if it was
but it's
Jay
different.
Spearing, I'd be like,
I mean,
ta-da, you know, Nunes wants to do the
Spearing's
same thing. Fuck off.
Kicking
Pick up the Jordanian
18-year-olds
eagle.
up in the air now.
Pick up the Jordanians. Pick up the Jordanians. Honestly, resigning Salah and Van Dijk is more important than Trent. He's not worth 200k, let alone 300k. Do we trust FSG to sign a right back, left centre back, centre midfielder, and striker, assuming either job is in one window? No, that is not going to happen in one window. Even if you're FSG in or FSG out, I don't think anyone thinks that that's going to happen in one window. We're not.
No
We're,
team would ever do
windows.
that.
Can
No
I,
team
can
would
I,
ever do
why
that.
is it
We're
FSG?
just-
It's not FSG is Edward, not Edward. What's his face over there? Hughes and the other guys, isn't it? It's not FSG's job to sign players.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Hughes and Edwards. They've been given money, but that's it. Like, Hughes and Edwards.
I'm going to go grey by the end of the season, honestly. I'm actually going to go grey. 100%. 100%. So we
It's
can,
not.
we
It's
can,
not like. It's not like John Henry sat there in the negotiating room
Yeah.
going, "Fucking hell, boys! I like Simicast, you know. Simicast can stay for another
Yeah.
year."
Yeah, no,
I think-
never.
As long as he
That
knows
is actually
Simicast-
a problem, Loki. You want to know something? I know for a fact. Someone like actually, I know I can trust told me this. He told me that Linda's actually a lot more into the football than John is. He told me John knows fuck all about the sport. Like it's like
Yeah,
his wife
John-
actually
John's a
watches the
baseball
thing
man.
a lot.
John Henry's a
Big
I'm
up.
baseball
not
man.
surprised, bro. He's a businessman, bro. He just thought Liverpool was a good business to get, and he got it. That's it.
And it
Mhm.
was.
Yeah.
And that's why
And
you
we're
put,
out here defending a businessman in Big
but that's
20.
why you put
billions.
footballing people in the place that he has. He put certain people in place
To
get
be
the
honest,
job
Sam,
done.
I would.
Yeah, and then he
John
gives him a
Henry-
budget of 40 million.
No,
Well
but
done.
Hussam, I would rather John Henry, if he isn't into football, not be involved at all, rather than try and step in when he doesn't know much about it and try and control the whole thing. Because then you get
He
even
bought us
worse
12 years
situations.
ago. You had a lot of time to learn the sport, mate. Big up to Mr. Sinclair, who says it's a Jurgen Sloth squad for me. Doing nothing is ambitious. I'll let my players know. With FSG and tabling offers, I don't know. We went from 40 million to 43 million over 3 weeks, knowing a month because Lavia is 48 million. Yeah, listen, this is an example of like the lack of ambition thing. Tom said it sets a bad precedent, and Lavia is absolutely unbelievable.
Because it
every time
did,
he plays.
because he wasn't our top target, as was shown a week later. Ambition was going to break the British transfer record.
Yes. And then
I mean,
when he
that's-
says no to sign Wataru Endo, completely ambitious.
Lavia wasn't worth 58 million. Like, he just wasn't.
Also,
like, I don't blame them.
Romeo Lavia
Like-
missed the entirety of fucking last season through injury. So what good would that have done us?
And now he's been replaced on the pitch again for Endz.
Big up to Castle says I'm not on Tom's neck.
Yeah.
He does that. Tom rides other grown ass men's neck to find someone still using his cell phone. Hold that, Tom. Have some shame, Castor. Respect Tom.
Castor, you were not in that fan park. There was absolutely no service. It was just,
Oh, I
this was
know
a
the
fucking
thing he's
paperweight.
talking about in the Euros. Yeah.
Yeah.
When you were on
This
someone's
thing's
neck.
a fucking. This thing was just an expensive paperweight. I was not getting a message through to him.
I would crash out, to be honest with you, Glorious MCFC, if Zubimendi signs for Man City. He definitely has earned an enemy forever then. Like, I would have a-
he ain't going, man.
I thought he'd already earned an enemy for life. Is he just? Is it like
yeah, but
arch
like
enemy?
now, you
He's not-
sign for Man
He's not
City.
He's not going to be backup for the guy that he says he doesn't like being backup for.
Yeah.
Mike, do you have a yellow phone cover? Big 2024. That's
Hell yeah,
fucking
brother.
mad, mate. That's
that
mad.
way, I always know that it's my phone because no one else has this.
Look at Kmack. Oh, God bless, man. Big up Kmack.
Hang
My
on,
one
hang
is
on,
just-
hang on, I'll get my phone out for you as well.
My one is just like an old man one, just typical black, nothing crazy. You get me? The other one
Mine's
is cringe.
fucked.
I'm not going to show you the other
Oh,
one.
Why,
are
why,
we
why,
doing-
do-
are
why
we
do we
doing
air
phone
out my
The
phone
wife
case?
got me there.
I feel
doing-
judged now.
We're doing phone covers.
You should feel judged because you judged me for my takes. I'm with Mike. Trent is average offensively, but above average offensively. Haram alik. But he's not consistent or important enough to be paid anywhere near Van Dijk or Salah. He is replaceable.
Can I respond to this, please? Because
Please.
last year, Trent Alexander-Arnold. Let's just go season by season. Last year, 7 GA, 28 games. The year before that, 11 GA, 37 games. The year before that, 14 GA, 32 games. The year before that, 9 GA, 36 games. And then, of course, 19-20 and 18-19, he had both of those record-breaking seasons.
the
So
thing
he
is,
is far
though,
above average.
The
But
thing is, though, as a right back, he shouldn't have GA.
100%,
Yeah, exactly.
100%. But does that output for the possible defensive liability equate to 300 pounds a week? To me, I don't think so.
If we win the Premier League, I want Hussam to call our owner Sir John Henry. Hell will have snow in it before I say this. This is never going to happen.
What would it take for you to say something like
This
that?
is never going to happen because the lack of
What if you-
honesty
what if you've done
about
the
this
double?
situation is just frightening. The reason why we would win the league this
What if we
season,
signed Jamal Musiala, Florian Wirtz, and
I'm still not going to say stop
Tchouaméni.
John Henry because he fucked us for 4 years. So I'm not going to
Okay,
forgive you.
but, okay, but
Hassam-
if they then rectify it by signing these players now,
If they become,
And then-
if they, I've already said three seasons. If they show ambition for 3 seasons, I would change my opinion.
What if we were to win like the treble, though, Hassam?
If we win the treble, you know who deserves praise? You shameless bastard, Arne Slot. You know who deserves praise? The fucking player.
I want to know
You
what
just
it
said
takes for you to say
30.
that.
You just said 30 seconds ago. You just said that John W. Henry is not involved in the football, and now you want to give him praise for us fucking winning. Can you have some shame?
No, I'm
but
just asking what it
your
would take
point
for you.
is that he
What it
does.
would take for you to say something like that? Like
No,
win-
I'm not
if-
saying he gets
if
involved
we
in the
win the
football. I just
treble-
told you his wife watches it more.
No,
If
but
we
you
win the
obviously
treble,
blame
I
it-
want
you blame
statues
them
of
when we
Mo
don't
Salah
sign
and
players,
Virgil
right?
van Dijk up.
I blame them for lack of ambition.
Oh,
That's
if
what I
you,
blame
you
them.
blame them for when we don't sign, so you have to blame them. You have to
I
give
blame
the
them for
praise
lack
when we
of
have
ambition.
success.
Yes.
I
Yeah,
want
blame them for lack of
statues of
ambition.
Virgil van Dijk and Mo Salah up if we win the
So,
treble.
so it was Michael Edwards' fault, and Richard Hughes' fault, and George Schmatka's fault, and Klopp's fault for his loyalty, and every fucking director we've had. So they all shared one common denominator. Quick math: John W. Henry, mate.
No, but
That's
the point
fucking
is,
problem.
Sam, if you're gonna blame them for not buying players,
You're
when we have
smirking as
success,
you're
you have to-
saying
you
this
have to
because you
give
know
them
you're
the
about to be
praise.
fraudulent because you're smirking, and it's 1:30
Oh, you
a.m.
have
and
to
you're
give-
smirking.
Hey,
You're
give them
you're
the-
making up. I know you, Endz. I know you. When you smirk,
I
you defend
I know
Bruno.
what End is
I
trying
know
to
you.
do. He's saying that if everything negative is John Henry's fault, that also means everything positive is John Henry's
No,
doing.
because we won the league in spite of them. If we do win the league, just like Klopp won the league in spite of them, just like Klopp won the Champions League in spite of them.
He-
But
he's
then, can certain
they're the
people
ones
not
that
make
got
fuck
Edwards
ups
back.
in spite of?
No, but he's the
ownership.
reason why
He's the
Klopp-
one that got
You're
Edwards
just
back.
making
the
shit up,
reason
Tom.
why
It
Klopp
doesn't
has these
apply.
players
No,
It
no,
doesn't
no.
apply.
I'm just
It
saying.
doesn't apply.
Can people fuck up at the football club in spite of the ownership as well? So if people can be successful,
Yeah,
in
of
the football club
course.
in spite of it,
If Slot had a strength, we would have a problem with it, of course.
I got a question for you.
would that not be John Henry's fault for hiring him?
I got a question for everyone here.
No, I wouldn't say that.
If Man City get found guilty for all their charges, are FSG actually better owners than Man City's owners?
Ask Sam, bro.
That's down to integrity.
I would still say
Do
no.
you-
I would still say no.
See,
Someone-
Sam doesn't rate
what?
integrity like that.
I think Manchester City are guilty. I think Manchester City are guilty, but I think FSG are the worst owners in the league for me. Like I'm
I don't
that
agree
stage.
with you
with
there,
them.
mate. I don't agree.
That's
with you.
fine. You can disagree all
fine.
you want, but that's what I
I
honestly do.
Told you, football manager, create a player. That's the way we want to do it.
I
Mike, you
think-
keep
Oh, yeah, yeah,
repeating
yeah.
that. I don't even play Football Manager. I haven't even asked for any crazy signings. Is Ederson a Football Manager signing fucking 30 million? Have some shame. No one signed Ederson on fucking Football Manager. On Football Manager, they signed Jude Mbappe, not fucking Ederson. Please. Football Manager,
Didn't
my
you
ass.
forget
Did we
Ederson?
not want Jude? Or did I just completely forget all about that?
Yeah, that's ambition. Wanting someone not signing him.
We
Big up
wanted-
to Jordanian Eagle who says, Habib Hussam, Trent is very good, but does it equate to 300 grand a week? I'm with Mike on this one. Would love for him to stay, but not at all costs. I would give him 300 grand a week personally. I mean, Rashford earns like 375 grand a week. Why the fuck not? Would I not give Trent a contract?
Oh, man, yeah,
Rashford doesn't
300K.
deserve 375 grand a
Best
week.
right back in the world. Of course, I'd keep him. Keeping your players is way better than the accountancy program that all the Liverpool fans have in their mind. I want us to win. You know, fuck John W. Henry and his pockets.
No, but Don, if you give him 300 grand a week, then every other player's coming in.
We said the
For the
same
next
thing about
contract.
Mo's first
And,
contract.
and
We
then,
said the
and
same
then
thing.
Liverpool's out of business in a couple of years.
I was on Spaces with Tom Little and YouTube, and we said the same thing about
Trent
Salah's
Alexander
contract
Arnold
3 years
should
ago.
not make
They said the
50
same
grand less
thing. This guy's gonna
than
knock on
Mo
the door.
Salah.
That guy's gonna knock on the door. Guess what? No one knocked on the door because when
No,
you're
no,
elite, you're elite.
it won't be a case of people knocking on the door. The bigger concern if you gave Trent 350 grand a week now. If you put Trent on the biggest wage packet now, Trent also has one more big contract left at the football club. How much does he get then? That's the argument that I hear. Because if you give him 350k now, when he's 29 and he's got 1-2 years left on his deal and he needs to renew him again, how much are you paying him that time?
How about you flip it, Tom? How about you give him the 300 grand a year and we don't win shit? How stupid would we look?
But I don't
point
like
is
that reality,
decided.
though, Mike. Why don't I want
Yeah,
to like that reality?
but you don't flip it. You keep saying Football Manager when I wanted Ederson for 30 million. How's that Football Manager? Have you ever seen anyone in the history of Football Manager load up the fucking game and sign Ederson? No
I
one
did-
has.
I did 2
So
years ago.
stop this
We
bullshit.
offered-
of
we
red
offered-
marathon.
I
we
bought
offered-
3 years ago.
we offered- we
This is
offered
the
100
same
We
shit.
offered
This is
120
the same
million
shit
for
that those
Moises Caicedo.
65-year-olds
That's a
tell me
fucking
on
football
Twitter,
manager
and then they tell
signing.
me you haven't been to
We
Anfield. Stop
offered
the bullshit.
120 for
Stop
Moises
the bullshit, man.
Caicedo.
Stop the
We
bullshit.
offered 120 for
It's the
Moises
same
Caicedo,
thing
but
these
everyone just forgets
70-year-olds
that.
tell me on
Everyone
Twitter.
just forgets
Please.
that Chelsea hijacked us for
Every
170
single
million.
every single player
Everyone
I've wanted
forgets
to sign is realistic.
Collective memory. Collective
Okay,
memory.
okay. So Trent's on 180 grand now. Yeah, he's a 26-year-old. Yeah, he's won everything with Liverpool. Yeah, if we've offered him a new contract at 250 grand, that's a pay rise. It's a pay rise. Okay.
Mhm.
Virgil van Dijk
I
and
hear
Mo
you.
Salah are on crazy money in our eyes because they have increased every single season and they've hit all of their targets and all of their quotas, and they are now world-class players in their positions, and they are, and we can't replace them because there's no better player out there to put in that position. Yeah, Trent will get a pay rise if he signs a new contract to 250 grand. Yeah, all the other players will want a pay rise when they get new contracts. What do they go to? What do they go to? What do you offer Luis Diaz? Luis Diaz is on 74 grand now. He's doing mad numbers in his eyes.
Luis Diaz doesn't get a new contract if you're asking me.
He doesn't get new contracts. He doesn't
No.
get new contract. Gravenberch, McAllister, Dominic Szoboszlai, they'll all be ripping up trees. Kanate having an absolute
It
incredible
depends on
season.
Trent's performances.
Who, let's be honest, is probably quite close to being world class now.
It depends. It depends.
What does
It
he get?
depends on performances.
What does he get? He's on 70 grand now.
I,
isn't he?
I hear you. I hear your logic, but all I'm saying is we said the same thing 2 years ago,
Can't
and
do
then
mad things. We can't do mad
and
things. at
then
Liverpool
Mo went
Football
off
Club.
to a different
We
level.
can't do it.
Big up to Mane, who says we are the best run club in the league and have been for some time. FSG agenda is disgusting. I can tell 100% you are a subscriber to Redman TV Plus and the Anfield Rap. You get 100% because the brainwash level in this comment is next level. We are the best.
What did he
Can
say?
I
was
answer him?
incorrect?
Can I answer him? Because I'm the one with the FSG agenda. Can I answer him?
I
So
thought
the
he was
same
being sarcastic.
The same football club that are the best run football club have 0 league titles and 0 Champions League for the last 4 years with all those world-class, incredible, amazing players.
But we've
With
been up
5
against
different
Chiefs.
sporting directors.
But he said
With
best
the only manager alongside Mourinho to beat Pep to a league title.
He said
So
best
let's
run
not
club in the league, though.
Best
Hassan.
run club, my ass.
What did he
Best
say?
run
That's not
club, my
factual.
ass. Big up to Red Gorilla. Let's end it on this because this is the perfect super chat. FSG equal effing stingy gits. Yes, sir. This is absolutely perfect right here. Big up to you, my
Minus
guy.
the 400 million and spending money on Alisson, Virgil.
Yeah, but did I not just
Oh,
mention the last
Naby.
4 years?
Also,
Nunes.
Ends just like Nunes misses
Is
the target. Ends just like Nunes misses the target. No wonder he's a Nunes stand.
I'm just saying. He's
I
saying
just
they're
said
stingy,
I
man.
said the 4 years, like the last 4 years, and then you tell me Allison, and then you
But
tell me
the
Van Dijk.
4 years that's happened, bro. It's not like an extra signing would have given us the extra points we needed. The man didn't.
That's according to you, not according to me.
Bro, that's what we saw, bro. What they missed chances and they
Quadruple charge season. Had we signed Luis Diaz in the summer, it would have been different than signing
Oh,
Luis Diaz.
Sam,
in
don't
January.
make
And
me
I
do
could
this.
say
Hassam,
we gave up
do
the
not
other
make me
trophies,
do this
maybe we
again.
could have gone the
Do
distance.
not
You
make
know-
me bring up.
Yeah,
Luis Diaz
I
stuff.
don't want to argue anyway. I want to end the stream because it's almost 3 hours. So big up to all of you guys. Thank you guys so much
could
for
go on
watching.
for about
us.
5 hours,
Hassam
couldn't it, at this rate?
goes on about signing Luis Diaz in the summer like he got 6 goals the year beforehand. Imagine if Liverpool went into that season signing a
That's
winger from
factually
Portugal with
incorrect.
6.
Fraud.
We
That-
did not
I'll pull
bid
it out.
for Moises Caicedo. It was
That
an
is not
illusion.
true.
We did not
That is
offer
not
120 million. We
That
have
is
no
not true.
ambition. We've never gone in for a
I'll
player.
tell you right
we
now,
didn't go
Hassam.
in, we didn't go in for Tuchemani. We didn't go in for
I will
Bellingham.
literally tell you right
We've
now.
done nothing.
His stat in the
We've
last
He
year
didn't
for
spend
Porto
85 on Nunes.
for Porto, he had 14 goals and 4 assists.
No,
in
but
18
Hassam, no. We
Hassam
signed
said he
him in
wants to
January.
go
That's his stats from August to January of that year. I'm on about the year before. So you want to sign him in the summer of 2021. What were his numbers in 2020, 2021 for Porto? Because I've got them.
He had
right here.
11 GA in 30 games.
Imagine if we signed a winger from Portugal with 6
why do you
goals
like
and
to
5
argue at the
assists.
end of streams? Because now I have to respond, and you're just leaving the guys here. So let me
No,
just
you
end
don't
the
have to
stream.
respond because there's nothing to respond to.
Yeah, there is a lot to respond to because your takes are delusional. Anyway, big up to all of you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching us. Make sure you guys are liking the video. Make sure you guys are subscribing. I don't know if we had 500 likes yet. We better have hit 500 likes. You get me? Because this has been I can't. I should have never sent Tom the link. This was a calm, incredible show, and Tom comes in here and starts waffling for an hour. You get me, unnecessarily. But regardless, his channel is in the description. Tom Little with a 1 on YouTube, Twitter, the works. Make sure you guys go subscribe. Go subscribe to Football with Endz. You get me. Go subscribe to Kmack's channel as well. It's in the description. Go subscribe to Jamie Phillips Football Chats and subscribe to G's channel. They're all in the description. Just give them a subscribe. This stream is gonna take you over to Ahmed's channel, who's live right now. He's a United fan and he's crying right now. So let's spam his chat with a number 7. And you don't even need to say any word. You don't even need to say anything. Just spam number 7. Watch his face change colors. Guess what? Because we slapped them by 7 goals. So love you all. And yeah, see you guys tomorrow, inshallah. Peace.
Nice.